Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen here on Dork Tales. It has been a slight break thanks to some surprising events, but we're very excited to be back. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, I use he and him, and this is going to be a great night because we are going straight into a goblin fight, which is probably one of the best types of D&D fight. But before we do that, we have a couple of announcements and some introductions from our cast here. Why don't we go around in a big circle, say who we are, and then do a couple announcements, and then let's start the fight. Starting with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Kelara Vingard, our human cleric of Mishakel, who also uses she, her pronouns. And yeah, sorry about missing last week, guys. I kind of got COVID. But I'm better.
You're better. And I didn't catch it from you, so...
and I have new dice!
You have new dice!
It's so exciting!
It's very exciting. All right, let's pass over to Godfrey. Godfrey is busy right now, so Chris will not be joining us tonight, as you saw perhaps in his name caption. Sir not in the episode. He is spending time with Caitlin and their new son Orion. So big love to them. Chris actually was going to try to attend tonight, but we're like, well, you're not really written into the plot, so how about you sleep? And he's like, okay. So he's doing well. Chris, if you're watching right now, have a great night, man. All right, down to Robin.
Hello, I'm Robin, and I forgot my my stick in my hair. Hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns. I am second gen gamer in the chat, and I'm gonna just kill my landlord's dog. It's fine. Just kidding. I don't actually mean that. Yeah, you can.
I can right now.
It's really happy. But I am Robin. I second new game in the chat. I use she, her pronouns, as does our lovely Kender Rogue, Rizira, Moonbrush, who is Kender Queen.
Good to have you here.
All right, now I can hear the dog now.
There is a dog, a guest starring dog. It is an annoying dog, but it's a dog, so we still have to kind of love it.
It's okay.
All right,
it's
passing over.
Guest star. Charlie generally guest stars a lot, so
yeah. All right, passing over to Cal.
Hey, my name is Cal. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Aurontiros Caledon, Qualinesti elf bard. And Aurontiros uses any pronouns, and we're excited to goblin it up. I do not have an animal companion in the background, so I feel left out.
I'm sorry, you probably will someday. And finally, last but not, yeah, that would be good. There are a lot of good dogs at the local SPCA. Robin was sending a bunch of them to the group chat earlier, so you should definitely take a look at getting a pup.
So many dog. I want many dog. There's some cute dog.
And last but not least, hi Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Hazeal Nightgranite, who also uses she, her pronouns, our dwarven lunar sorcerer with all of the spells, many spells.
Many spells. All right, so folks, I'm looking at right now, the chat has purchased me after last game had some rollover. I have 3 drama bombs, 4 something good happens, and 5 hurt the mores. Maybe focus on the hurt the mores, because I can only have so many good things happen, guys. Right? You don't need that many good things. So, folks, we had a great weekend. A bunch of us were away over at Fan Expo in Vancouver. As far as I know, none of us have caught the con plague yet, although I did sleep for like 12 hours yesterday, which was pretty great. Had some good time. Met up with some great local vendors, some great groups. I can see Blackwater D&D's in the chat right now, or they were at least a minute ago. It was great to meet up with them in person and see some other groups, as well as another group called Fayfinders that are really, really cool people. And it was a great time. Also got some great dice, which I'm going to use to destroy these players tonight. Yeah, so other little announcements. Anybody have an announcement? Because I got a couple of little tiny things, but that's about it.
I think my favorite thing is my chunky liquid core die I picked up. It looks so cool. I'm so excited to use it, actually.
I think just not this Sunday, but next Sunday is the next installment of Technocracy, Zero Sum. So that'll be a good time. I have to plan, and Kelly very graciously gave me 4 Hurt Them Mores to use in that game.
I did. It's going to be great. Besides
Yep.
that, Robin's first game is coming up the next weekend of, before we go into Radiant Citadel, because we're just getting the art made, and then the next little bit, we are getting a game of Passions de las Passions, the telenovela role-playing game. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Watch us prepare to play the worst of ourselves. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we have another brand new game, one of our homebrew games set in our homebrew world of Elos, that is going to be starting in April sometime. So it is going to be a fantastic game. I'll talk more about that during the break. And we have another project that is slowly coming to fruition. We're just trying to figure out where to slot it in, but more about that when we have a little bit more of a concrete, sense of things. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I guarantee you're gonna love it. Any last things before we begin? All right.
I've missed everyone.
Yeah, it's good to get back to this. I am excited as well. All right, so without further ado, let's head back into Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales.
Excellent. Time to roll the shiny math rocks.
It's true. Riding up on your horses, you could hear the sound of trouble in the distance. On a hill stands an unusual structure that resembles both a cottage and a metal fortress. The building bristles with steaming pipes and whirling devices, and it is currently under siege. Amidst clanging metal contraptions, goblins try to breach the structure, impeded by gadgets that spin, snap, and thrash in the yard. Every few moments, a gnome appears from an open clock face above the door and hucks a new clockwork calamity at the attackers, while cackling and yelling insults. And I would love it if you could roll initiative, please.
Excellent. This is the first time we've rolled initiative since we leveled up, which means I get to be gross.
It's true. All right.
Come on. So I also got a big chunky liquid core dice, and I'm going to roll that for my initiative.
Okay, go ahead, roll, and pop it all in the chat. 16. I have so many goblins to keep track of. Let's do it. Oh, I love it when I roll the same numbers for initiative. It just makes life so... Oh, one of these goblins is very speedy. And there's that 3 that people were asking about. Cool. This is the only 1 out of 10. That's pretty good. Okay, so gobbos. Very fast gobbos. And, okay. Okay. All right. Checking our chat here. Looking at the initiative, I have, starting at the top, I have Rizira with a 24. Then I have 1 goblin, 2 goblins. Then I have Aurontiros. Then I have Goblin 3, Goblin 4. Then I have Kelara. Then I have the Hobgoblin. Then I have Hazeal. And then I have G5, 6, 7, 8, and the 10th one. All right, so looking ahead of you, you can see this strange clockwork contraption whirling down on any number of them. Some of them giant, well, large mechanical chickens surging through the air, dropping pellet bombs out of their butts. Well, I guess they're robot cloacas. As they fly through the air, you see thrashing cords whipping around, devices firing darts full of strange green liquid. I think this is time for us to head over to our map screen so everybody can see the trouble. All right, looking at the scene in front of you, you can hear the sound of cackling gnomish laughter from that top window above the main door. Come on, you punks! Bring it! You'll never get in here! Not while I'm alive! Nearby, a hobgoblin directs a sword. What are you doing? Get in there! And we are going to start with Rizira. Rizira, as you are riding up the hill, you astride Ispin are about a good, I'd say about 40 feet away from this. There are about 10 goblins charging around this building, trying to get inside.
So does Ispin act on my turn since
Because he is a
kind
mount,
of-
he basically is your initiative. He just he will add to your speed, more or less.
Yeah. Cool. So it looks like it was shouting from the hobgoblin was shouting at them.
The hobgoblin was shouting at them, yes, who you can see off to the right of the house, well away from the contraptions. They're whirling around the field.
Okay, I think yeah, I think Rizira is going to sorry. I think Rizira is going to direct Ispin to move about, I think, only 20 feet closer to them.
Okay.
Towards the hobgoblin. And then so steady aim.
Yes.
It says you can use
cannot move in steady aim.
Okay.
So
cool.
I'm going, although
That
is
includes
not,
on a horse.
I would assume
'cause-
so. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
cool.
it's
I was
hard
just
to
wondering 'cause it's-
steady an aim while bumping around.
Logically, when riding a horse in real life, it is very hard to
It's
aim.
true, but
I
have you
done
seen the
it.
videos of the archers on horses? There's some excellent TikToks.
I've done horseback archery. It is fucking hard.
Okay, so yeah, I think then could I because I can do, would I be able to, I wouldn't be able to take 2 shots with my hoopak, would I? No.
Do you have 2
I only
attacks?
do 1. I don't. I have a bonus action offhand attack, but I don't think that would count.
Is a hoopak light? Do you remember?
Yes, it is. It is.
Does that apply to ranged attacks that you can take as your bonus?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I've seen like some hoopak feats where you can like do the stab and the throw at the same time, but that's like up.
Yeah, I would
Up
say
for
that would
debate.
be.
So, yeah. All right. I think bonus action. Sorry, it's been a minute and I forgot what I could do. Rizira's gonna bonus action. She's going to look at the commander and go, "Well, aren't you just a bit of a fool of a guard there? You only have 10 goblins. That's not very impressive. You know, you're quite a, and you smell, oh gosh, you smell so bad. You smell like something that's coming out of my horse's arse. And I need it to make a wisdom saving throw, please."
New dice. I'm gonna spend a hurt more. Okay, that's gonna be a 13 plus 13 total.
Yes. Okay. So I've sufficiently taunted it, and so he'll have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until the start of my turn. And then she's going to
What?
take a bit
How
of
dare you!
ammunition, and she's gonna launch it with her hoopak.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna spend something good happens to give you advantage on this because he's not expecting it and is very stunned by your insult.
Nice. Thank you.
I have many of these to use, so I plan on it.
Yes. Well, thank you for something good because I rolled a net 1 for 1. And then it's going to be a 21 for the other one, for the actual one to hit.
That probably hits a hobgoblin. Go ahead.
Probably. All right. And because you gave me advantage, I can snack attack this.
Oh yeah, you can. Crap. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I
that for
can.
some reason. I didn't
Thank-
process that.
Thank you. Thank you. I was like, this is the one situation where I can't use my sneak attack. And you gave it to me. So I thank you.
You're taunting him and then sneak attacking him because he's caught so...
He's caught so off guard. 6 plus 4.
He's shook.
No, that's 6 plus... I can math. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
16 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna spend to hurt them more. Okay. All right, so he draws his blade, waves it at you. I'm gonna gut you in the... And you're going to fire one of the shots from your hoopak, and it's gonna... And it's gonna catch him, like, right in the mouth, and he's gonna start choking on it. I'm gonna... And he's gonna drop to his knees and just start trying to give himself the Heimlich with his sword. Anything else you're doing with your action, Riz?
That is, the rest of it is.
Okay. All right. The first goblin that is nearby is going to see you riding up from behind, see her commander fall to the ground, and is going to turn and go, "We've got riders from behind! Get them!" And is going to fire an arrow at... Oh, at your horse, I think. That is going to be an absolute hit on your horse. Unless you want to spend as something good happens to hurl yourself in front of your horse, perhaps.
Sure.
Okay. I'll say it hits Rizira instead of the horse, that you'll kind of like pull back on the reins. So that is going to be Rizira. You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as a short bow fires into the side of your leg from where you are astride your horse. All right. Another one of the goblins is going to turn, look at you, and yell, "Attack!" And is going to do a rushing charge, and is going to try to leap up and snatch Hazeal with the side of his longsword. Pardon me, scimitar. It wouldn't be a longsword. That's way bigger. That'd be like a Final Fantasy goblin. Oh, that was almost a nat 20. I love these new dice, though. Hazeal, is your armor class 16?
Well, because I'm pretty sure I put mage armor on both myself.
You did.
And then no, it's 17.
Okay, that is damn near a hit, though. It surges up, and this glowing shield of magic is going to just parry the blow at the last second. The breeze of it is actually...
Sorry, I'm wrong. It's 15, but I'm going to throw up shield to make it 20.
Okay. Then you can feel the force of the blow knock your hood off as the shield goes up into the air. They've got a mage! Get her! And with that, let's see. Unfortunately, it's not anyone else's turn except for Aurontiros. Aurontiros, you're up. What would you like to do?
Is there hobgoblin leader wearing any armor?
Yes, in fact, he is. He is wearing... One moment while I check what a hobgoblin wears. Fashion... Chainmail.
Chainmail.
Chainmail. It's made of chains. It could be chain female. I don't know. I didn't check.
If Aurontiros is on a horse,
Yes.
and he casts mirror image, what do his mirror images? Are they also riding a horse?
I
No,
will spend
because
if
that
something
includes.
good happens to have that occur because it's
Oh,
funner.
then I have to. Yeah.
Okay. So.
And I believe that is. Sorry, everyone. I'm a noob at this.
That's all right. So mirror image is pretty great. It's way better than it was in previous editions, in my opinion, at least from a mechanical point of view. So the way the mirror image is going to function is that you are going to flip to page 260. 3 illusory duplicates appear in your space. Until the spell ends, these duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. Every time a creature targets you with an attack, roll the d20 to determine whether or not the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. And then it has the exact numbers of what a duplicate is there.
Oh, I see. It's more likely to hit a duplicate the more that there are.
So yeah, you can look up the rules on that pretty easily. So basically it gives you defenses. There's a chance it can still hit you. If a duplicate is hit, it is destroyed.
I see here now.
But if it hits you, you're still hit. But then it's not like you can track it, right? It's not like they can be like, aha, I stabbed that one, because they all look like they were hurt.
Right.
It's a pretty cool trick.
Excellent.
All right, so you want to go ahead and cast that?
Going to cast that. And we're going to move the barbershop quartet of elves and
Hello.
horses.
Yeah.
I can just move. Kind of just charging into the fray to kind of just confuse and possibly
So kind of just like up
scatter
into the middle?
goblins. Yeah, just all four just charging.
Okay, yeah,
charging
you can
right into
charge
the middle.
right into the middle of it, right up to some of these goblins, rushing at the front door. No problem at all. That's your movement. There's your action. Do you want to use any bardic inspiration? You still have your bonus action.
The bonus action. Oh, that's a good point. I will use bardic inspiration.
Who are you granting it to?
Who's the brunt of these?
You.
Let's give
but-
it to. You know what? Yeah.
Can you give bardic inspiration to yourself? I feel like you can. You can't?
I don't.
There's a
I don't
certain
think so.
bard class that you can, but otherwise
Oh,
normally
okay.
you can't.
I don't know why I
Yeah. I'm
forgot that,
always
but okay,
inspired.
so you can't give it to yourself. Sorry.
Unfortunately, you can't. But
You're like you're
I
just
wish.
you're just Jay-Z listening to your own music in the car. Like this is me.
This
Actually,
is
that wasn't
fire.
Jay-Z. That was Kanye that was doing that. What am I
Kanye.
kidding?
It's always Kanye.
It's always Kanye. Don't be Kanye.
Who's taking a thwack? Rizira?
Rizira's taking a thrack.
Rizira, you're much better looking and poetic and stronger than these wretched creatures. Strike their leader true, and they shall crumble.
Nice.
Mercy,
All right,
you are
Riz-
D6 at this level?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cute.
All right. Rizira, you're going to gain inspiration, and we are in goblin turns. All right, Cal, the 2 goblins that you have charged with Sparkle Sparks are in fact going to turn and aim their blows at you. The first one is going to make a hit. That's going to be an unnatural 20 to try to hit you. So I need you to roll me a d20. If you roll a 6 or higher, one of your duplicates will be hit instead.
17.
Okay, so suddenly the barbershop quartet becomes a barbershop trio. If you would like, you can choose to take the hit yourself, or you can have one of your guys go.
He's gonna go.
They do. Okay. All right, so you're down to 3. That first one goes. I got him. I go. What? Where'd he go? Why are there? What? It's magic, you fool. Watch, this is how you do it. And another one is going to take a swing at you as well, and is in fact going to stab exactly where the one was a second ago, but there's nobody there at that point because he got a 5, which is like a 9. That's not great. All right, Kelara, it is your turn. 2 goblins are surrounding Aurontiros. One of them is scrabbling at the horse. One took a shot at Rizira. And this hobgoblin is choking on a sling bolt, and the rest of the goblins are being besieged by these strange contraptions.
Okay. Well, I feel like Aurontiros might be in a little bit of trouble, which I feel like potentially he's gotten used to having Godfrey have his back, and so he's just rushed in and not thought that through that Godfrey's not here to help back him up and keep them off his back. So I guess I'll just have to step up and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, what is your spiritual weapon?
I think it looks like my staff.
Okay.
Because that's my holy object and it's mystical staff, so I think it's gonna be a staff weapon this time.
Okay, 1 second. I will make a staff for you.
Basically the prettiest ever magical girl type staff, because now it's glowing and shimmering with radiance.
Just, oh, there you go. You have a staff. Now, how close can that be created? Where are you going to put it?
I have a range of 60 feet on this spell, it looks like.
Okay, so you can create it
cast
right
spell,
next to some of these
make a melee
goblins.
spell attack.
Okay, go ahead. We're going to say that's
within
goblin
range.
number 7.
Okay, so I'm going to move it up here and actually attack the one that's right on Aurontiros.
Okay, so that's goblin number 5.
Is
Goblin number 4.
every goblin except the farthest away one and the hobgoblin are within my range.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so
So I need to
casting
make-
that
A melee spell attack.
sounds good.
Um,
So your staff goes and appears directly above this goblin and smites down. You know what? I'm gonna spend another something good happens for you to roll with advantage on that.
Yay! So this would be my spell attack bonuses, correct? With my wisdom mod, even
Yep.
though it's melee.
Yep.
Sweet.
So it's wisdom plus it's the same thing you do with Malia.
I'm gonna use. It's been so long since I played Malia, I don't remember.
It's like a week and a half. You're back.
So I'm gonna use my new dice. So let's see how they do. Well, the liquid cores let me down. The other one's not too bad. That's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 is absolutely going to hit this goblin for some reason.
Okay, so it's a D8 damage. Plus my spellcasting ability mod. Okay, so that is going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Tell me how you do it.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
I think I'm on Cookie's back, and I'm just gonna. It's a vocal somatics, so I think she levels her staff to direct where she's casting it at, and this illusory radiant image of the staff just kind of pops into existence. And I feel like for Kelara, she doesn't necessarily really get the spellcasting too much yet, so she swings her staff as if she's trying to hit it. And the illusory spiritual weapon swings in the exact same way and just, I think, maybe comes down from a little low and goes upwards and catches him just kind of behind the chin and knocks his head back.
All right. Knocks it back, and he is going to fly back and just, if I may, a little mechanical creature shaped like a porcupine is going to roll forward and just impale him as he flies back.
Oh,
All right.
that works because I don't think she actually intended to kill him.
All right.
Just knock him away.
There's an explosion of gore. Just-
What?
She's
did
gonna
it
shriek
fall
a
on?
little from on the horse.
What did what?
This is all really new to Aurontiros. and
Basically, he
myself.
fell on
So
Shadow the
a
Hedgehog.
magic flying weapon just uppercutted a goblin, and it fell onto Shadow the Hedgehog,
Yeah, basically.
who,
so
like a
that's what that
star
does.
trap, eviscerated the goblin.
All right.
Well, I feel
the-
like Kelara is just kind of doing these things, not really necessarily knowing what they're gonna do, because it's just like this information got kind of shoved in her head, and she just
He wasn't
knows it.
conscious. He wasn't conscious when it happened. Don't worry. It was painless.
All right.
I hope so.
The hobgoblin is going to recover, vomit up this slingshot, and is going to make a charging attack at Rizira, going, "I'm gonna take you down if no one else does," and is going to do a leaping attack at you, Riz. Oh, may the odds be in your favor. That is... Oh, I think it's a miss. I think it might be a miss. I think that's only a 15.
That is just my AC.
Is it? Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to use martial advantage because there is a goblin
Unless-
nearby you.
I still have a reaction.
Oh, are you
Use
going to silvery barbs me?
silvery barbs.
Yes!
Okay. I actually rolled
Not
higher.
today, ugly.
I actually rolled higher on that.
Damn it.
But that's
Who
good.
gets
Who are
the
you gonna
advantage?
Who are you gonna give your
No.
advantage to? If you give it to Rizira, then
who
she
is
she's gonna already. She's already gonna do a ton of damage. I'd
oh,
give it
let's give it to Hazeal.
Okay. All right. So he takes the lesser of 2, so it's gonna be exactly a 15 instead of a 19. And then that is going to be a longsword attack, which is going to be a D10. These new dice are fantastic, by the way.
Longsword is. Oh, I guess he's using a two-hand. I'm like,
He's
longsword's a
using it
D10?
two-handed, and he could have rolled way better than that, I'll tell you what. So that is going to be 14 points of slashing damage.
Yikes!
Are you still up?
Yikes! Oh yeah, but that's like half of my hit points.
He leaps up and brings his longsword down. For the glory of the Red Dragon! And is going to slash down into you. And now that he's this close, you're going to realize that the goblins and he are all wearing black armor that is adorned with the symbol of Takasis. All right, and
Is
Hazeal.
she able to use the inspiration to lower that, or is that not how inspiration?
That's not how inspiration works. So inspiration will add to
Yourself.
Riz's rolls.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
it's very, very useful. But it is not useful in this specific case. So there's going to be a wide slash that's going to open up along your side, Riz, spraying blood up onto Hazel's shield, which is going to shimmer with energy. And Hazel, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I have a couple things. Now, it's been a bit, so let me know if I have the magic part of this correct.
Oh, I will do my best. Let's do this.
I would like to use blindness on this one that just hit Riz,
Okay.
and or I guess I'm technically using quicken spell on that one.
Okay.
And then for my cantrip, firebolt, a different one, because if I just outright kill this one, why did I blind it?
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Cool. Blindness
So-
is a con save.
So the way it's going to work is you so mechanically what you will do is you will turn that into that works. So you're turning your blindness deafness into a bonus action with a quicken spell.
And then using a cantrip. Yeah.
Okay. Con save. I have I don't think I do it. What is my DC?
Oh, I might not have changed this with level up.
It's
but that
above
looks
12.
low. Yeah, it's above 12.
Okay, so he is going to be. Do you choose blindness or deafness with that, or is it blindness and? Deafness?
It's blindness or deafness, and I choose blindness.
Okay. Oh, my eyes! What did you do to my eyes? He's gonna yell, trying to claw at his now. You're gonna see like cloudy gray goop just kind of mist across his eyeballs as you cast that.
The lunar gods disagree with Takesis.
Well, the black one doesn't, but you know.
Shush.
Well, maybe. I mean, that's her mom, so maybe his mom. Its mom.
And
don't remember which
then
color
I will
mom.
firebolt a different one.
Sounds good.
With
There
my
is a goblin
advantage.
directly beneath you, which I would not suggest because you'll have disadvantage. But
Yeah.
any of the others are fair game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one like
Pick one of the
off.
ones.
I have such a long range on it. It's
all
like
of the
120
ones
feet or
on
something.
the western side of the house have not acted yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's grab one of them. Just whatever one's kind of closest over there.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so that is And I have advantage from, right?
You have advantage.
Cool. That is... Where is my number? That's a 19.
19's gonna hit.
Awesome. Let me find that one. So many spells. I rolled 1d10. That's 6.
6 points of fire damage are going to strike into just this first goblin over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be Gobbo number 5. All right, that one is going to be peppered with your flames and is going to shriek as half of its body is crisped, and is going to let out this horrible noise.
Excellent. By the way, the blind one automatically fails any ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against it have advantage, and its attack rolls have disadvantage.
Perfect. I love the blinded condition. It's so good. Okay, the other goblins seeing their leader in jeopardy. One of them is going to aim one of its bow shots at you. It's going to draw back its longbow.
Gotta protect the boss!
That was so close. An arrow's going to pew and fly over your head, embedding in the ground next to you kind of harmlessly. It's actually going to embed, go dunk, and go and fall over. Not even sticking in the ground up here. The one that you've lit on fire is going to run away, actually, because he doesn't like being on fire, and he has better things to do now that his boss has in fact been blinded. He sees his boss clawing his eyes and sees an opportunity. It is not worth it. The others, however, are going to aim their bows. 2 of them are going to fire at Kelara. Kelara, do me a favor. Oh, that first one's not going to hit you, but that second one is. One of these longbow shots is going to be a 21 to hit you.
Yeah. I catch the other one on my shield.
The other one is going to block your shield, be blocked by your shield, but as you are doing that, one of them is going to snake over the top of your shield, ping, off the top, and is going to scrape along the side of your jaw for 3 points of piercing damage, opening a big cut along the side of your jawline.
All the red blood just...
All the red blood. It's going to nick your ear a
dripping
little
down.
bit.
Stain my shirt.
Okay. All right, that was 2 of them. Aurontiros, the last 2 are going to aim their volleys at you as you are dead center of the combat. One of them is going to completely miss. One of them is going to strike. But can you do me a favor and roll to see if it hits you proper?
I just used up my one natural 20 for the night.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, one of,
yeah.
So you'll hear another. All
He's
right,
got
so
one
another
left.
one. All right, so another one of them is going to go pop. Now it is just a duo. You're just a duo pair. Top of the initiative, Rizira. What would you like to do?
So how hurt is this hobgoblin leader looking?
Really, really bad. Really bad. Honestly, if you put your ankle out, like your boot out, you might kill him with a trip.
Okay.
One might say that technically you probably downed him, but I spent a the more to keep him up with a hit point.
Oh, damn! I could have been. Oh, you just want to get me with. Because it's funny, Kelara having the scar and like a slight thing, meanwhile, like Riz by the side is like.
Yeah, because you took 3 points, you took 14. There's a difference.
Oh, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's funny, like Kalara's like looking at herself, being like, "I got a little blood on my shirt." You know, like Riz is covered.
So
Yeah, you're
this is
mostly
what
your shirt.
battle feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, Kalara's not the one running right into the midst of combat. She's standing back and being careful.
To be fair, they ran at me. I did long range. I tried to learn.
You tried.
Riz kidnapped me on a horse.
Well, Riz, what are you doing?
So I think Riz is going to take her hoopak and she's going to finish him off.
Okay.
With
Go ahead, make me an attack roll with advantage.
Wow, that could have been better. Ooh. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration because I'm scared.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Would a 16 have hit? Just curious.
It would not have. No.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I spent my bardic inspiration then, because I had a 16. So yeah. Let me just do 3d6 overkill damage on him. Because the hoopak, when it's used as the bladed end, is a d6 as well. Wow. I rolled 19 points.
All right, so would you like to
slashing
describe how
damage.
you drop him down into negative 18 hit points?
Yes, I think Rizira is going to...
May I pause for one moment? He has 11 hit points total normally, so that is how dead he is, so just for dramatic purposes.
Because I did a total of 16 and then 19.
Yep. I
killed
can only
3
keep him up by
times.
legally cheating.
Yeah. So I think Rizira is going to she's going to look down on him and she's just going to kind of jump off of Ispin. She's going to grab, because does he have like any sort of hair? Like, does he have any sort of hair?
He has a big black top knot on top of his head,
Okay.
kind of like a Klingon.
So Rizira's going to, as she's falling off the horse, she's going to grab him by the top knot and just take the hoopak, decapitate his head, and then as a bonus action, I would like to try to intimidate the rest of the goblins by being like, so what you're gonna do? Can't have your boss. You're no longer really employed.
All right, go ahead and make me an intimidation roll.
Okie dokie.
An economics roll.
Yeah, make me an economics roll.
They were going to unionize anyway.
Yeah.
I've started
Oh,
a
that's
discussion in the
not
chat
great.
on whether or not the DM can cheat. Whether or not it's possible for a DM to cheat.
I don't think that's gonna be great. That's only gonna be a 12.
Okay, nothing is going to
intimidation.
happen, but because we are on initiative 20, I've decided it's happening on initiative 20 because I forgot about this phase of the combat. You're going to hold up that, and as you do that, you're going to hear, "Take this, you freaks!" And thump, 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 a giant pair of mechanical teeth starts going chop, 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 around the floor. Starts chomping across the ground and is going to leap up and try to bite Kelara. And I'm going to say her shriek is probably going to cut off some of your intimidation. Kelara, this is actually going to hit you. This is going to be an unnatural 20 to hit you. There is going to be... I'm killing you with paper cuts, Kelara. You're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as this giant set of teeth that are about the size of like a bread box are going to launch up and bite your toes and clamp onto your foot.
How much damage?
That is going to be 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Kalara's going to be shrieking and kicking, and the horse is probably going to go in a circle because she's like, get it off, get it off, get it off.
Sounds good. So as that happens, I'm going to spend a drama bomb to have another one of the clockwork chaos effects go off as a mechanical chicken is going to begin to fire tin eggs at you. Every one of you is going to have a tin egg fire at you. We're going to start with Aurontiros. That is going to be a 19 to hit Aurontiros, a 17 to hit Hazeal, a 22 to hit Riz, and a nat 20 to hit Kelara with these eggs that are going... I'm going to spend a drama bomb just because it hit all of you, just to be fair. Each one of you is going to... Cal, do me a favor, roll for Aurontiros to see if his last thing pops. At this point,
15,
so it's still... So
I need to roll over an 11 for the last one.
Okay, so the last one is going to go pop. Everyone else, so going down the list, Hazeal, you're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Riz, you're going to take 2, and Kelara is going to take 4 as the eggs go strike each of you, exploding into an oily mess. You're going to have disadvantage on attack rolls this round, because you were just covered with stinky, sulfurous mess. All right. So Riz, that'll be your next round because you already went. All right. The goblin that has ran up alongside of you sees their boss get skewered and is going to enter a goblin rage and is going to attempt to strike your mage again, leaping up to bite Hazeal. He's gonna... Hazeal does a... I mean, not to bite, to swipe. Hazeal does like an 11 hit you?
No, it
Cool. I
does
spent
not.
a hurt them more to try to do that, and 11's my good roll. So it's going to go, and the blade is going to hit the side of your your mage armor, which is covered in this oily goo, and it's going to go and kind of sail off into the distance.
That went well for you, didn't it?
The goblin's going to use its bonus action to pick up the long sword. Okay. I'm going to just put a little note there that this goblin has a longsword because that's hilarious. All right, Aurontiros, the last of you is going to face a goblin that is going to look up at you, is going to leap at you, and with the rage of the small is going to try to engage you in slashy cuffs, because it's not fisticuffs. That is going to be a grand total of... does a 16 hit you?
It's yeah.
Yeah, it does? Okay.
Yes, it does.
This new dice is amazing, by the way. I should have bought this a while ago. Aurontiros, you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage, and it is now your turn. As this goblin leaps up and is going to slash you just across the chest, revealing a bit of peck. Not much, though, because I've seen your strength score.
Oh. Well, he's lean.
He's got a swimmer bod, really.
Yeah. Gasping and pulling their rapier, Aurontiros is going to look into the eyes of this abomination and say, "No one makes me bleed my own blood," and run the gobby through. All right. Well, 14.
14 is going to hit this goblin. Go ahead, roll me damage.
Oh. Rapier is a D8, if I recall.
D8 plus your dex. Now, did you roll? You rolled with? Oh wait, never mind. You were the only one that didn't get egged. Never mind. You got egged, but you didn't get egged.
All right. Looks like it is 9.
9, and that's with your dex mod, right?
That's correct.
Perfect. All right. So stabbing down into this, you are going to skewer him right through the chest, and he's gonna and start doing like the Paul Rubens and Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie kind of death.
It's a good way to
selling it.
pretend to be dead on the battlefield.
He's going to on his next turn. He is very badly wounded. Blood's going to start going like sprinkling out of the wound. All right. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Let me take a look at the battlefield here, see how the gobbies are faring.
There are two of them are dead, as well as the hobgoblin. Pardon me, one of them is dead. One of them has ran away.
There's a bonus. I think I have my bonus action left.
You do, yes.
And that lasts for. Sorry, everyone. I am a.
You're new.
noob.
That's fine. So your bonus action. What are you asking about? Inspiration?
The bardic inspiration lasts for.
Usually about a
Is it
minute.
like a scene?
Or is it a minute? 10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I've used mine already, but you can give bardic inspiration to multiple people at the same time. They just have to use it.
Who's going next? in the
Next
players?
initiative is Kelara. And she's got that spiritual mace thing, which is doing pretty good
Right.
damage.
Yeah. Let's use another bardic inspiration for Kelara.
All right.
And
Remind me what that is.
Aurontiros is it's a D6.
D6? Okay.
Aurontiros is going to yell behind him now that he's run out of mirror images. Despite their short stature, they have a surprising reach.
All right. You're going to gain a D6.
Not unlike yourself.
All right. And
That's it.
now. All right. So that's going to be good. The one that you are facing is going to. Let's see. He's taking a strike. He's taking a swipe. Okay. One of them is going to fire an arrow at Kelara. And is going to just like straight up miss. One of them is going to fly past you, Kelara. It is your turn. What do you do?
Which one just shot at me?
The one that just shot at you is this one right here. The one that's just about 10 feet away from your spiritual weapon. 15 feet.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't need to move that way.
All right.
So reading
Oh,
it,
no.
it is a bonus action
Yep.
to move and attack with a spiritual weapon.
Yeah, which means you can still use a spell.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to move the spiritual weapon over here.
Okay, it's moving it over to the west where there are 3 more kind of halfway clustered.
I'm going to smack that guy.
Okay. You will have...
I have disadvantage.
Yep, you have disadvantage.
But on attack rolls, I can add my bardic inspiration, right?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Do I have to add it before I roll,
Nope.
or can I do it after?
You can do it
Before I
after.
find out if it's a fail,
Yeah.
sort of thing, right?
And you also have determination. Everybody here has a point of determination presently.
Well, I rolled. My worst roll was a 15, so.
Yeah, that
will
hits a
get more
goblin.
Yeah, even with additions to it. Okay, so I'm going to hit him, and I believe that is a D8
Okay.
damage. And I think
And-
I add
and
my
you
my
add your
mod to
wisdom.
that, so that's 7 points of damage.
Okay, 7 points of damage. That is going to knock him real good.
And as my action, I'm going to level my staff and cast Sacred Flame.
All right.
He needs to make me a dex
Nope.
save. No, he doesn't
Nope.
meet 15.
No, I got that's an 11.
Okay. That is 6 points of radiant damage.
6 points of radiant damage is going to burn into this goblin, who's going to shriek as he is lit afire, and he's going to start running in a circle trying to put himself out, but that's not the way this works. He just doesn't know it.
And I'm going to try and like shake my foot, get this thing off my foot.
It's going to fall to the ground and start like going chomp, 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 chomp away. The mechanical teeth are going to start like dancing in a random direction. Let's find out which direction they're going. They're going to start moving to the north.
Okay, I'm going to move my horse up a little bit.
Sounds good. All right, so clip-clopping away. The teeth are going to kind of walk next to you as they're going comp, 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 comp. But they're not going to bite you again. All right, so moving the horse up. Hazeal, it is your turn.
Yeah. How far am I away from things?
So you have a goblin right at your feet right now, but beyond that, you are 10, 15, 20. There is another goblin about 20 feet away from you to the north. Two more goblins about 30 feet away from you. Actually, about 3 goblins about 30 feet to the north of you, and then 3 more kind of clustered about 50, 60 feet away to the west.
Okay. Because the horse didn't move on Riz's turn, could I make the horse move?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. And those 3 that are kind of ahead of us,
Mhm.
how far away are they from each other? I really can't tell with this map.
They are within 2 of them within 5 feet of each other. Another one 5 feet and 10 feet for the last one.
Okay, cool. That works. So yeah, I'd like to get up. Actually, we don't even need to go that far. Basically, I want to try and get all 3 of them in a 15-foot cone.
Okay, so you can do that because you're on a large creature. Yeah, you don't even really have to take an opportunity attack. You just kind of have to pivot around the one that's at your heels, and you'll be able to do it.
Kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you'll actually...
cool.
All right, so what's my save for this?
It is... Hold on. Not a save.
Oh, no.
It's a color spray.
Oh, no. All right, give it to me.
So I roll 6d10, and then that's the hit points.
Oh, God. You
Which
can
these ones
fail
don't have
this.
a lot.
Okay, so these guys... okay, and one of them was hit already. Okay.
So
this is
for
6,
the
7,
record,
8.
I rolled a 10, 2 9s, and an 8, as well as 2 more dice. 20.
Well, you're
nine.
dealing with... I'm pretty sure you just went over the hit points that I have left right there.
42.
Yeah, that's more hit points than I have with those 3.
Cool.
So a magical rainbow fires out of you.
Yep.
I think... And,
they're blinded until the end of my next turn. Yeah.
Ooh.
Does it say? It gave me some extra stuff at the bottom, so I'm like, did I misread this? But I don't think I did.
So, a
Okay,
prismatic
that's fine.
like beam fires out of you, striking into them, blinding them until the end of your next turn. And color spray. Just double check. So you're saying it does do another additional effect?
No, it doesn't. I think it just it says it ignores unconscious creatures, and then there's a like unconscious and
creatures that can't see.
incapacitated. Yeah, but it gives me a list of conditions at the bottom and says blinded and then unconscious and incapacitated, but it doesn't like make people unconscious or incapacitated that I can tell.
It does not.
So I think it's just blinded.
All right,
Yeah,
sounds good. So 3 of them are absolutely blinded as your spell flares out. One of them is... Oh, God. It is going to be first the one that Kelara is bludgeoning. Kelara, one of them is going to take a swing at your spiritual weapon because it's freaked out that it's being bludgeoned by a spiritual weapon. Can a spiritual weapon be hit? I don't think I've ever tried that before.
I don't think so.
I think he's gonna make contact with it. I don't think that a spiritual weapon can be harmed though.
It does not have hit points and
does
does not
not
say
have
that it
hit
can be
points.
popped.
Well,
It's not a concentration spell, so I can't even lose it. It just lasts.
Okay. So this little gobbo is going to take a swing and is going to like hit this spiritual weapon in such a way that if it were a real staff, this is a pretty solid hit. It actually probably would have splintered. It's halved, but instead he's gonna tumble through and land on his ass. He's not particularly wise. These three are going to tumble around. One of them, hearing the horse beneath, is going to try to lunge and attack, rolling with disadvantage. It is going to completely whiff. The others are going to hear this combat and kind of run in a random direction toward it, or away from it, and are going to run. One of them is going to run here. Aurontiros, you can make an opportunity attack as one of them runs by your horse going, "Ah!"
I think I will.
You might as well.
Oh, that's a big ol' 8.
All right, big old 8 is not going to... by the way, roll me with advantage because they're blinded.
Oh. That's a 22.
That is absolutely going to hit.
And that's a 9 total.
You know what? That is going to be enough for this guy. He's had a bad day. Your rapier is going to lash out and is going to go right in one ear and out the other.
Quick and painless.
He's going to fall to the ground. Absolutely dead. The last one is going to rush up and take... You know what? I'm going to say that it's going to move just far enough out of range. Hazeal, would you like to make an opportunity attack? With your hammer.
Oh, yes, please.
And advantage,
Yes, I would.
please.
Did
My
Hazeal get hit with the slime?
Oh, Hazeal did get hit with the slime, but until the end of the next turn. Yeah.
my first roll was a 15 on the die.
Okay,
so
15. Then we're going to take that, and that's going to hit.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. That is... that is 11.
You know what? It's a fun. How do you do this?
I think I see him heading, trying to get away, and I just take the hammer that I had taken off my back and was sort of wielding, and I was just like, oh no, and just wail on him.
Like a pumpkin. It just... This goblin is going to die in slow motion like a clip from Sniper Elite, and is going to collapse to the ground, kind of a twitching, shivering mess. And at that point, there are at least 5 dead gobbos on the field. Oh no, there's one more. Okay, slight courage save. All right. Another one of them. One of them is going to fire an arrow at... Oh, you're a big scary mage. I'm gonna aim at you. That is gonna be an unnatural 20. All right. Oh my god, really? Okay, Hazeal, as you are going, smashing down, an arrow is gonna go, and it's going to hit you for 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
The last gobbo of the turn is going to see Kelara waving her staff around and is going to fire a short bow as well. I'm just going to hurt them more on this. And Kelara, does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
All right, you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as an arrow flies across the field and is going to puncture you in the shoulder that you were holding your shield with.
Ow.
All right, and we are at the 0th initiative phase, which means I get to roll a thing. Okay, there are 4 of you, so I'm going to roll to see randomly who this affects. Here we go. That is going to be... Boop. Boop, technically Godfrey. So, let's roll. Just
Take that,
there.
Godfrey.
Take that, Godfrey. I'm going to say that is going to be... Okay, that's going to be Riz. A device cranks out from the ceiling and fires directly at you. That is going to be a nat 20 to hit you. You're going to take
Do we have any
One-
something good happens left?
I do not.
Damn.
I use them all. All right, Riz, that's going to be a nat 20 to hit you. 3, 2, you're going to take 1 point of piercing damage. And suddenly, the dart with this glowing green fluid is going to go and just cover you with green fluid. It tastes like pistachio. It tingles slightly when you put it in your mouth, but other than that, seems completely harmless.
Don't like
Yep,
how you
that's-
said
that-
that.
Yeah, that was my nat 20 that I got to waste on that. Rizira, it's your turn.
Nice. Okay, so there's one gobbo right in front of me, hey?
And it is blinded.
Oh, I know. I have disadvantage, but it's blinded, so it means I roll flat.
You roll flat.
Which means I still get my sneak attack. Thank you, Jen. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten any sneak attack this round with disadvantage. So I will roll flat. Riz will make an attack. She's going to pull out her rapier from this, and make a swipey with that. Ooh, that's a 17 plus 6.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Roll me damage.
Hit. All right, 2d6 plus a d8. Hey, I think you dropped this. Oh, it looks like I found it. She says with her rapier. Ooh, that's not terrible. 12, 13 plus 4 is 17.
I'm gonna delete this goblin real quick.
And then she will technically she's kind of on the front of the horse. Is there a way that she could like scooch on over by Hazeal and then make her offhand attack with the hoopback at the gobbo kind of behind us?
Yeah, like you just rotate the horse around.
You jumped off the horsey to cut off the dude's head. So you could slide under the horse.
Well, that's true. Phew.
At least I think you jumped off the horse.
Oh, I did jump off the previous turn. Yes, I did.
For dramatic effect.
I did.
So you can jump back on the horse? Is that what happened? Or are you just gonna rush around?
I'm just gonna
Parkour
rush
under
around.
the horse.
Parkour under horse. Because
Slide
I'm
under the
small
horse?
folk. Yep. Shoo!
Sleight
And
of
then
horse.
just- Surprise!
Make a sleight of horse check.
Make a sleight of horse.
All right, do it.
All right, my sleight of horse check.
I'm going to spend a hurt them more to make an attack with my longsword because this is longsword Gavo at the same
thought
time
that-
as you.
What? What?
I'm gonna spend a hurt them more to do because he has the next
He's
initiative.
blinded though. He's blinded too.
He was not.
No, he was not.
He was not.
He
He
was
was
the
out of
opposite
the
side
cone.
of the cone.
So,
Oh, I thought other things were running around. All right.
Nope,
Oh, so I have
so
disadvantage on this then.
You have disadvantage, but he has normal.
Fuck. Oh.
Ooh, that's a number.
Does a 9 hit? I'm gonna spend my determination to make it a 12.
Okay, a 12 will probably. Let me just double check something real quick. Oh. No, it won't.
Oh.
Their AC
That's
is like
one up.
13, isn't it?
It's a little higher than that, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, I
Um,
thought someone hit with an 8 earlier. Darn.
No, nobody hit with an 8.
Oh. I'm just hearing things
You're
apparently.
just hearing things. Excuse me, this is the dog's
I missed
barking.
with an 8.
Yeah, someone missed with an 8. I rolled an 8 just now to hit you. So you're going to dive forward with your hoop back going, bringing it down. And it's going to go right in the ground next to this guy's feet because he tried to pick up his longsword to behead you as you were jumping and going, wow, and kind of fell backwards. And that's going to be that turn for him because, you know what, I'm going to spend another hurt them more. I got another hurt them more. He's going to take a swing at you again. He's gonna
What?
He's gonna put his all into it.
Okay, wait.
You
wait.
may what? What?
What? Oh, I was gonna say Riz is gonna spend the rest of her movement to get back on Ispin, which means I can't take any opportunity attacks because I don't provoke if I make a melee attack due to my fancy footwork.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're going to jump up on the horse.
Yep.
He is going to he's going to try to cut you down with his action. And if you would like to, you may make an opportunity attack because I botched.
Yes. So in the turn order, is this his turn now or my turn?
This is
still?
his turn. You did your turn.
Okay. Okay.
But
So
I
if I
also
hit,
try to make.
if I hit, I get my sneak attack back.
By the way, it's the end of your turn now, so you are no longer
Yes.
you no longer have disadvantage. You wipe the
Do
goop
get
off
my
you.
sneak attack.
Yeah, and your
I
goop.
also, just for flavor, I don't actually care if I actually take the attack, but I kind of want to just swing my hammer like a polo racket, because we were talking about goblin polo in the chat. So
Okay. I'll allow it.
I just want to do that.
So again, another 17 plus 6 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit. All
right,
Oh, he does
so-
have full hit
so-
points though.
Okay, but that's a D8 and 2D6 because I get my sneak attack on a turn.
Jen, you can make me an attack roll, please.
Okay.
You don't have disadvantage, but Riz, go ahead.
Uh-huh. 11, 13 plus 4 is another 17 points of...
Okay, how do you do this? The longsword gobbo is going to try to take a swing at you, but the longsword's too heavy.
I think... does Riz, out of the back of her eye, see Hazeal lining up for a polo shot?
Hazeal, what'd you get on your attack roll?
14.
Yes, you most certainly do.
All right. Reaper doesn't do well for slicing off the head, but I think in this moment it does. I think off with the gobbo head. Time to
Yeah,
punch.
loosen the neck up. Now I need to ask, Hazeal, are you willing to spend your determination on this?
Yes.
Okay, you are going to stab this goblin through the neck, tearing the sinew and punching through the back of its spine. And as that happens, Hazel's going to bring the hammer down, and there's going to be a tremendous look noise. And the goblin that is being currently pelted by Kilara's spirit staff is going to look up in time to meet its friend. Do me a favor, roll me. What's your strength score?
Mine?
Yeah, what's your strength mod?
+3.
Okay. It is an improv weapon, so it is only going. The head that you have just launched across the field is going to do 1 plus your strength mod in damage. This goblin, thanks to Kelara, has 4 hit points. A goblin head is going to fly across the field. What? Trog? And is going to crank this goblin to the head, dropping it to the ground, dead as a stone.
Hazel's just gonna raise her warhammer and be like, teamwork!
All right, Aurontiros, it is your turn. There are 3 goblins left on the field, looking very skittish and afraid.
Skittish and afraid.
Yes, both at the same time. They're multitasking.
Quickly, stop them. They're multitasking. And have the rapier out. Might as well finish off the one that's in front of him.
Aw, I liked him. Go ahead, make me an attack roll.
He had his chance to flee. All right. 23. And
23 is absolutely a hit.
plus the dex, right? 10.
That is more than enough. Do you want to describe this for me?
While he's choking and trying to catch his breath, Aurontiros will lean in close and be like, "The pain of this world ends now, little one."
He's going to die. All right. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
How far does the warhorse need to move to trample?
You can. So trampling is a full action, so that won't work.
You need to
just
travel
with
in a straight line and full
and
action.
then you acted, so you couldn't really make it trap. So you could basically swap it out, but in this case, it cannot trample this round.
Mm-hmm. Will there's still clockwork things moving here and there?
There are still clockwork things moving here or there, but strangely, it doesn't seem like they'll keep moving until after everyone's turns. It's very
Going to move to the going to move to the west side of the westmost goblin, just to kind of kite them closer to the building, if that makes sense. I can ping on this, right?
Cutting off their escape.
Yes, kind of like right there. Yeah, you got it.
I got it. Got it indeed.
That's
All right,
me.
so rushing over there. All right, you may do that. One of the goblins does not have its initiative at this point, so that's gonna suck for it. All right, Kelara, you are up then if Aurontiros is done.
Alrighty then. Well, I've moved, so everything's in my range again.
It's true.
I think my spiritual weapon is going to move and try and smack. Do I still have disadvantage, or am I back to normal?
You are back to normal.
Okay. Natural 20. My first one on my new liquid core dice.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give it to me.
After 20 points of radiant damage
Okay.
on that one.
Wait, was that your staff or was that...
That was my spiritual weapon.
Okay, so your spiritual weapon is going to smash this one to pieces.
And I would like to level Sacred Flame at the other one. So it needs to make me a dex save.
19.
It saves.
All right, it's going to jump out of the way as your sacred flame bursts next to it. It's going to start just screaming its head off. Hazeal, what would you like to do?
Oh, wow. Okay.
There is one goblin left.
Cool. I am a significant distance from it, but that doesn't stop my firebolt.
Oh god, no. All right.
If you wanted to run Ispin over, but you also have Firebolt.
Firebolt's more fun.
Firebolt's faster, honestly.
Yeah, Firebolt is the name of the next horse.
Yes. Oof, but I did not roll well. That is a 12. Oh wait, I got determination back.
You do.
I don't think it'll do it though. I think that's just a 14.
That's just a 14. All right. So there is going to be a eruption of flame that launches at this goblin, and it's going to drop to its feet and cower as the flame fires over it, and is going to start screaming in Goblin. I give up! I give up! I give up! I give up! Some of you speak Goblin, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, does anybody speak Goblin? Really? Okay.
It's casting a spell.
God damn it. All
It's summoning its dark magics. Quick. It's
Quick,
multiplying.
Do you have chills? They're multiplying. Okay.
cast mirror image on it. It's like, oh no.
All
I'm
right,
not
so Riz, that was your turn. All right, at the end of the turn, it is going to take its action and is going to try. It's going to try to run away as quickly as it can. I don't think it's going to do very well, but it is going to double move and just try to run like hell, kind of between everybody. Which at that point, the hatch above the main door is going to open again, and that gnome is going to lean out, and she's going to yell, "Oh, no, you don't, you piece of shit!" and is going to hurl a small, round, almost looks like a volleyball, that's going to go dunk, 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 dunk. And legitimately, he fails this roll as the ball goes as a bundle of thrashing cords suddenly rip around the goblin, who fails his saving throw and is restrained. Top of the initiative, it is going to be Rizira.
Oh, 70 feet. That's a piss off.
Not if you use your bonus action to double move.
It would get me 60 feet.
Not
70
if you use
feet.
the horse, because you said you jumped on the horse.
Oh, I did say I jumped on the horse. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, rushing
And
over.
then stab.
All right, rushing over on the horse. I love that you guys take no prisoners, but you're the nice ones.
To be fair, I couldn't hear him say mercy.
One of them
And
got
then-
away.
One of them did get away. Ah! All right, and I make
I mean, to
slashy
be
slash.
fair, I saw very similar looking things, like absolutely destroy some knights, so I have no way of knowing. Has Kelara
That's
ever
true.
come across goblins before? They look terrifying and evil.
It's gonna be an
Absolutely.
18 to hit.
An 18 to hit is going to be a hit.
They're all monsters here.
14 points of piercing damage.
God damn it. All right, how do you want to do this?
I think Rizira is just going to just be like, "Oh, looks like you're all tied up. Here, let me help you with those let me help you with those lashings." And then just stabby stab.
All right. All right, stabbing into it. The goblin is going to just glarg, and is going to topple over completely dead. And with that, the clockwork things are going to continue gnashing and kind of prancing around the battlefield, chunk, 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 until you'll hear a whistle is going to echo over the now silent battlefield, and that window above the main door is going to, and you'll hear the sound of clockwork gears and moving diodes and other mechanical structures inside of the house. And a goblin, small, wearing a blacksmith's apron, tinkerer's apron, a white shirt with blonde hair pulled up into a wild, brimming topknot, and a pair of goggles, holding her bangs up, is going to lean out.
Are they all gone?
Yeah. Do you have a few bandages by any chance?
Who are you? What do you want?
I forget where you're sitting here from. We're from. We were sent here to check on you. From
Yeah, well, so were they. Who are you? I don't know any Kender.
I
Well, I know
Rizira.
Barthomel, but you're not Barthomel.
we're from the name of the town. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. It's been a while.
I did not write things down.
You did not write down Calaman, huh?
Calaman. Thank you. We're from Calaman.
The Red Dragon Army's in Calaman?
No, we're not from the Red Dragon Army.
That explains why you stabbed them. What do you want?
You know more about those cannons that the Red Dragon Army's using.
Cannons?
We were sent from Marshal
Cannons?
Vindry.
Junk. The door is going to shut. And you'll hear junk, 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 junk. And then the front door is going to open as she steps out. Finally, someone a bit shorter than you, Riz, is going to look around and... I don't know nothing about no cannons. Well, those Red Dragon guys made a sure mess of things here. Cannons, huh? Well, let's see. Cannon. My weed clearer! Oh, that makes sense. I guess it could be used as a cannon. I mean, I kind of had a feeling they were going to. And with that, she is going to begin tidying up her yard with a rake, scraping these mechanical devices back together into a big pile of rusted metal. Well, I mean, help if you can. You know, many light hands make quick work.
Yeah.
Aurontiros will help.
Does anyone have a bandage or something? I am, or I could, I'll help if you give me 10 minutes.
Rizira, were you wounded during that?
All of the blood on me is hers.
Oh. God.
Just a bit.
Oh.
Kelara?
Yeah, Kalara's gonna ride over and check on Rizira.
I think Hazel's trying to slow the bleeding, just sitting there.
Tamp down the blood.
Yeah.
Alright, how hurt is Rizira?
Less than half. 14 hit points left out of 37.
Okay. What options do I have?
How is it even possible that this much blood came out of such a small kender?
I don't know, really. I found it, I guess. I just keep finding blood or something.
It's very pressurized there.
Is everybody else a little hurt as well?
I'm a little hurt. I'm down about 9.
Okay. So you're 14 out of 37-ish.
Left.
I am going to basically slide down off the horse, plant my staff in front of me, and
Nice stick.
divine energy is going to go. So I can do 20 points of healing on this channel divinity. It can only take you to half your hit points. So I think how that would be
I'm not below half, so
5-ish for Rizira.
Yeah, so half of 37 would be
I think
18. Yeah, so I
you know
could
what?
take
That doesn't really
4.
make sense if everybody else is not below
Yeah.
half.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on you then.
Okay. Many things.
Ooh. What an interesting little toy there. How do you make it work? What is going on there?
So it's 10 points.
Can I see that? Can I touch that staff? That looks interesting. Can I see it? I bet I could make. I could probably make some improvements to it. What's the power source?
Plus
Is it
3, so
love?
13.
Love's a really dumb power source. Why is it always love or friendship?
What about
how-
hatred?
That's also a useful power source, but Where are my manners? I should offer you all a drink. Bessie! Come here, girl!
And you'll hear, and one of the side doors on the side of this cottage is going to go and fall forward like a trap door. Chains are going to it into the ground, and you're going to hear clang, 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 as a mechanical cow is going to slowly go on 6 legs, kind of shaking out.
Why does
It
it
is-
have 6 legs?
Because it fell over with 4.
Oh,
I had 8 on it originally, but it doesn't really, it gets too stable. You need a little bit of the vibration, the shaking, and it's going to start going out, kind of like a wind-up toy. You
What
can see
is
that there's
that?
like,
Oh, well, that's Bessie.
I think Kalara's gonna kind of plant her staff and reach and pull the arrow out of her shoulder and like start putting stuff on and kind of wrapping something around and slowly going around and doing it to the others as well.
there we go. And as the cow is going to shake forward, you're going to see that it has a layer of frozen condensation along the outside, as well as several levers next to its teats, which are made of some type of rubber.
How tall is this cow?
This cow is about as tall as kind of like a slack-backed cow, so about 4 feet off the ground.
Okay, so its teats aren't at Riz height. Riz would actually have to go on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to lean under.
Okay.
You can see that it also has like it has something kind of draped over its back, almost like well, kind of like a saddle, but it's got a bunch of like metal cups attached to it.
Here, well, if you're
Sorry.
coming here. Yeah, hi. What's
What?
up? You're pretty.
Thank you. So are you.
Are those tattoos or makeup?
There's only one way to find out.
Did you get him in prison?
Yes.
Are you a criminal?
No.
Is that why you're here? You escaped sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied.
Yes.
You escaped Qualinesti and... Oh, are you a Sylvanesti elf now? You're not nearly blonde enough unless you dyed your hair.
Aurontiros Caladan. And you?
Oh, Tatina Rookledust. The pleasure's all mine.
Tatina?
Tatina.
Rickledust.
Rookledust.
Rookledust.
Rookledust. It's a very proud name. All the way from Mount Nevermind.
It seems that you were doing fairly. What is? Is this a cow? What is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Generally, it brings all the boys to the yard. One moment.
And is going to slide one of the cups out, and is going to go.
You're a chocolate boy.
And is going to go, and you're gonna hear as all of the gears or servos
Sounds
start
like it's
coming,
in
and it's gonna start going
pain.
and start spraying this brown liquid into the cup. And it's going to come out as a not completely congealed chocolate malt.
And what do we do with this?
You drank it. It's chocolate. It's
What?
Try it.
It's cold.
Hmm?
How?
I don't think I added enough. I need to add something to actually prevent the
How many flavors do you have? I would like it all mixed together.
Please,
My goal is to have
You
32.
should try this.
Wow.
It's the optimal number of flavors. That was proven at Mount Nevermind.
Hazel, it's cold and chocolate. Whatever that is.
It makes me highly uncomfortable.
Good. That
Highly
which does
uncomfortable.
not. That which makes you uncomfortable makes you.
So could I just would Would I be
Theater.
able to just like get up under there and put my mouth down there?
You just want to suck on her teats?
Yeah, I do. I do want to suck on her teats.
That's not sanitary.
That's what I was
It's
asking if
not
I
until
could.
you've been bandaged.
Make me a persuasion roll.
I will make you a persuasion.
Make me a
roll.
persuasion roll to suck on my mechanical teat.
This is the best time for this raid to have come in.
Hi,
by the way.
Raid. 16.
You look clean enough.
All right, Riz is going under.
Riz,
She's
it's like-
literally dripping in blood.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna roll. This cow has 8 teats on it presently. She's working her way up to doing like basically like one of those like soda machines where you click the flavors.
Yes.
You know.
Amazing.
So we're gonna do a D8, and we're gonna say 1 is vanilla, 2 is chocolate, 3 is strawberry, 4 is pistachio, 5 is lemon, 6 is gonna be swirl, of course. 7's gonna be
Like a grass,
what's that? Wheatgrass?
like a pea or a wheatgrass.
It's gonna be wheatgrass. And then 8 is going to be. It can't be anything.
Licorice?
Yeah, it's gonna be licorice. It's gonna be anise. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You are going to get wheatgrass.
All right.
Kalara,
How's
you
that
should
one?
try
Oh.
this.
Oh, you did what? You chose the grass flavor one. I had this specifically customized for minotaurs.
Yeah,
I
I
presume.
think Minotaurs would like it.
I'm glad you
No.
do too.
Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. I'm just gonna try another one just to taste and compare.
Don't double dip.
Too late.
All right, you're gonna start sucking on the chocolate teat. And
not gonna
do me a
make the
favor,
face-
Kalara, try this. Hazel, don't be shy.
Riz, make me a con save.
Oh no.
Not after Riz's had been all over it.
That's gonna be a dirty 20, my friend.
Okay.
I insist.
All right. So
Try it.
Kender appeared to be immune to brain freeze.
Yes.
All
What
right.
brain? Question.
I thought the dwarves weren't afraid to try any drink.
No. Well. I have an idea actually. Hold on.
She's gonna reach up into the thing, start going. Is gonna start like, basically like puts 2 of the cups together, and is going to fill one with vanilla, and then is going to reach into a little pouch on the side of her apron, pull out a bottle of what looks like bourbon, dump some generous helpings in, and start going, and then is going to hand it to you. It's really runny now, but it smells very good.
But it definitely didn't come out of the ones that Rizira drank
No,
from.
it is not. This came out of one of the ones. This is like a creamy color rather than the you're gonna see like this like chocolate runoff just covering Riz.
Yeah, it's less the exact one. Basically, Hazel isn't sure how this works, and so she's like, did this come out of the same one, or right? She can't tell by
it
color.
doesn't.
She wants
It
to know
doesn't.
by
It's a different color.
physical.
Different color. That's
Well, no, she wants to know that Riz did not have her mouth near this one.
did not have her mouth near this one.
Cool. Then she'll drink it.
All right, sounds good. Now make me a con save too, because it's gonna go down fast.
I have poison resistance.
This is not poison. This is cold resistance.
But dwarven resilience. Natural 20.
Oh damn it! I was really hoping the dwarf would have the brain freeze. I'm immune to
Dwarven
everything.
resilience, bitch.
Yeah, like you're gonna drink the world's first. I mean, what is that? That's vanilla bourbon. That's not a mudslide. I mean, basically, it's almost like a
Paralyzer?
White Russian,
Oh,
right? But different. It's not really, but you know. All right, so drinking that, she's gonna turn to you.
And anything for the last one?
Sure.
And she's gonna give you a nice little swirl, which is its own teat. It's not like mixing 2 of them. It's just
All right.
Um,
Kelara will try it.
It is freaking delicious.
Nice.
And can you do me a favor?
Uh-huh.
I need you to make me an intelligence check.
Okay, dokie.
Hazel looks at Aurontiros and just goes, "Stop looking so smart."
14.
14. Your baker feat gives you, or your chef feat, gives you a strange idea. This sweet substance. You've never had this iced cream before? Perhaps it could be combined with cake. All right, so as you're eating that, you're just going to have that kind of like a light bulb, and she's going to look up at you all.
all right, well, if you're done sucking on my cow, why don't you tell me why you're here?
I think that's a good place for us to take a quick break. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we talk to the chat for a few minutes. So, yeah, we're back after like a week off. That was, or 2 weeks off? No, 1 week off. We took 1 week off. It was, felt weird. We missed you. I missed you. I don't know. I think everybody.
Sorry
about the weird cow
everything
thing.
in that week.
What's that?
I said I've forgotten everything in that week.
Seriously. Well,
Yeah, right. I have my notes from last game, but they finish on a page. So when we were talking after, because we just done combat, so I've needed time to look at my notes from last session. And it's just like I was looking at a blank page, and then I just like so I was flipped it over to last game's notes. I was trying to like read through my terrible handwriting, going, oh, "Who the fuck sent us? Where were we again?" And it's just like the notes are there.
Why
just
are
was
we
like-
here? What's happening?
It's like when you
who
when it
are
was like,
we?
what are you asking? It's like, crap, I actually don't remember. Hold on a
Aurontiros
second.
is the only one with a negative intelligence score, so none of you have excuses. I can just
fair.
go, I don't remember.
It is kind
We
of
were
like
riding.
the video game, like when you've like played up to like 10th level or something, and then you put it down for a while and you come back to it. It's like, what was I doing?
This is
Where
why
was
I
I
can't
going?
finish The Witcher 3, because like I've done almost everything in the base game, but I don't remember any of it.
That's what I find those games so hard and why I hate having multiple games going, because unless I have time to dedicate myself to one of those, it's so hard to remember what the hell was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like that's why I love games like Guild Wars, World of Warcraft, etc. Because it don't matter what you were doing. There's no like direct through line storyline that you must follow to get to the end game. There's so much. It don't matter. You can do whatever the hell you feel like.
Yeah.
And it all progresses you slowly.
I haven't played Elden Ring in like 2-3
no.
months. And I came back to a level 99 character. And I'm like, I don't even know where I am,
Nice.
let alone where to go or how to play. How do I block again? Literally forgetting the not the
So-
game to forget the controls too.
All right. So other fun things that are going on. So first off, thanks for being here, folks. Really appreciate it. Quick reminder that you can go and support the channel directly at patreon.com/dorktales. We are at 141 patrons right now. And just a reminder, at 150, you get a once a month Star Trek game ran by none other than our own Bunny Hearted, where I'm gonna do some stupid costuming for it, and Cal will be there, and I'll be there, and other people will be there. It'll be really good. So please go ahead, because I know there are a lot of ways you might be saving some money on that Netflix subscription soon. A lot of you. So, if you watch us a bunch, consider us. Other ways that you can support the channel directly are, of course, by liking, subscribing, hitting all of the upvotes on everything, watching our back catalog, and just general good vibes. Join our Discord if you're not already, because it's down in the description of every episode. And what else? Hey, Breck, good to see you there. Breck, you need to tell me what details about your demon, man. We've had your demonic thing up for a while, but Shards is coming back in about a week, and I need a demon. So let me know what your demon's about. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have a demon named Precarious, or Precarious, or hold on,
Precarious.
Breck, R-E-S. Or I'll have a demon named Suyakareb. Sorry, I had to write your name. That's actually not bad, Suyakareb.
That's a very demon-sounding name, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows up with hey, hey. Oh, you know what? Because you're in somewhere around Massachusetts area, right? So I'll just be like, hey, yo, how you doing? My name's Suyakareb. Nice to meet ya. Have you checked your khakis?
Suyakareb.
I'm gonna use that.
See, I want to get at least to the point in Witcher 3. Sorry to saw it again. The chat remind me, Jen. I need to do the Blood into Wine DLC because I need a vineyard in a game.
I've played part of that DLC and it's quite good. I like it.
Nice. So I need to get at least there.
Yeah.
All right. So
I should just lend. I can't remember if I've beaten that part or not, but I should just lend you my PS4 and Witcher game and just be like, just play my game.
Play my game, right? So other things. I'm drinking Canada Dry ginger ale 0. It's weird.
How is
it's less than 0 because it's invisible.
Ginger ale 0?
Yeah, we saw it at the store, and I'm like, I'll give it a try. Because diet ginger ale's a thing, right? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ginger ale 0. So if you like flat ginger ale, some people do,
as everyone does.
It tastes like flat ginger ale, but it's not flat. It's weird.
An old wives' tale in the small town I graduated in, people would say to make it flat, stir out all the bubbles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And mix it with clamato or tomato juice or something like that to help with
we getting crunk?
Sickness.
I used to be told that flat ginger ale was the best thing for an upset stomach.
Yes.
And indigestion.
Yes, I heard that.
But only if it's made with real gingers.
Made by real gingers.
For real gingers from real gingers.
Made from real ginger.
That's
yeah. I find I like the taste on my tongue if I'm not feeling well, but just in tiny sips. But this one's really nice actually because it's not got that aftertaste that ginger ale generally has. It always makes me have an icky mouthfeel afterwards. But this one's actually so far pretty good. They've done something to change that, which is kind of nice.
Can I talk about a really weird segue for 2 seconds?
Yeah,
because I found out that so I guess there's this whole thing where everybody hated Brussels sprouts in the 80s and 90s, and then in 2010 some scientists actually figured out what the bitter flavor in it was and genetically modified it out, right? So Brussels sprouts taste better to people now and everybody loves them, and I'm like, is that why I don't like them now? Because I used to love them as a kid and now I'm like, eh. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I saw a TikTok on that and I'm like, oh, that's why I love them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, their bitterness has been
see, I don't remember them being bitter.
Away.
I've always liked
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts.
See, it also
too.
depends because it might be, you might not be a super taster, which is
Oh, no, I am.
Oh, you
We
are?
tested that in
Oh,
anthropology
interesting.
class for sure. I almost threw up the grapefruit juice.
Is it? Oh,
Definitely.
you did with I see. Yeah, we did with an actual in one of my wine sensory classes. We actually did with like a specific chemical, like some sort of like straight concentrate to do it for that. It's really interesting to see the people that
Half
did
the
the
class could drink the
breakdown.
grapefruit juice and was like, yeah, it tastes really good. And then the other
Mhm.
half of class was like, it's
I
disgusting.
mean, I don't really
Yeah.
throw it up, but grapefruit juice does taste like burning.
Yeah, but like half the class was just drinking it. Like it was orange juice.
That's just not fair.
Weird.
That's not.
That's the difference. And I can't eat
I mean-
cilantro and stuff like that. So
I was gonna say there's also the cilantro thing, which is genetic.
Mhm.
There's a genetic aspect. Also aspartame. There's a genetic predisposition to liking aspartame or not.
I
maybe that's
did
why
not
can
like
drink Diet
aspartame.
Cokes.
Yeah, I can't. I need the special like mix of aspartame and sucralose that comes with like zeros. Because
Mhm.
like Coke Zero, I can do. I can't do Diet Coke.
Whereas I can't do
same.
Coke Zero, but I can do Diet Coke.
What is the difference for you? Like, what does it taste like for you?
Coke Zero, Coke Zero for one tastes too much like Coke, which gives me
Okay.
a weird like coating in my mouth and throat. I hate it.
See, like normal Coke now, unless it's like a fountain pop, like fountain pop's fine, but like normal Coke is just like drinking syrup now.
What's really weird to
Mhm.
me is that I used to drink Diet Pepsi all the time. That's what I kind of grew up on because that's what
Yeah,
my
I
mom
remember you
drank.
used to drink that all the time.
Yeah. I can't anymore. I only can drink Diet Coke because Diet Pepsi is too sweet for me.
See, I
So
find
weird.
Coke Zero kind of peppery tasting, which is why I drink Pepsi Max instead, for the most
We're
part.
not sponsored by soda companies, but we could be.
Though my favorite is definitely Fresca.
Mm. My grandmother
Yeah,
I don't
loved
even know
it.
what that
lemonade.
tastes like.
Fresca is like you remember like pamplemousse, like grapefruit soda. That's all it is.
Pamplemousse.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Which is why I like it, because I used to love grapefruit soda.
two
So-
things. One, we got a first-time chatter who just decided to talk for the first time because of Fresca. But they also have the best name that I've seen in a while.
Rolling with my
Right?
nomies.
Rolling with my nomies.
Which is
so
That is
perfect.
awesome.
thank you for
great.
existing.
That's fitting.
Your taste buds do change
and-
about every 7 years. Yeah, Squirt is like Fresca with sugar.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, the whole taste buds changing every 7 years. It's why I am so mad at my taste buds because I hated. Well, I think it's either my taste buds or just my body in general. But I hated eggs when I was a kid, and then I grew to like them, just like I grew to like black pepper. And now my body is like, no, you can't have eggs, and I'm mad about it.
I would be mad about it.
Yeah.
See,
I
for the
love
most
eggs.
part, my tastes haven't changed that much. It's mainly that I learned that my parents just didn't cook stuff well.
Hey, me too. I thought I hated
So I learned that I
everything
actually
when
do
was a
like
kid.
cooked mushrooms.
And now that you're in your 30s, you're like, wow, everything tastes great. And now I'm getting broken fat. That's that was
Like cooked
definitely this past
mushrooms,
weekend at Fan Expo.
Zucchini. It's
was
all really
like-
good.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
thought I
been-
hated pancakes.
What? How did your parents mess up pancakes?
Terrible, terrible cook.
I mean, I grew
I
up
That's
grew
shaking
up
bad.
on
everything.
like instant oatmeal. You know the little like oatmeal
Mhm.
packs, like peaches and cream, and
Yeah.
and like the apple ones, and like cereal. Anything that was like made, even like instant stuff, somehow was still bad.
Yeah, see, my parents
Weird.
weren't that bad.
Oh.
They just
She was pretty bad.
didn't really believe in salt most of my life.
Yeah.
My dad has high blood pressure,
that's
so
right.
understandably.
uh,
But
And it's the
Also-
opposite for me because I grew up with like shake and bake and like all sorts of instant stuff.
See, I had it where my dad was raised with his mother. She still believes that cooking a roast is done when it's shrunk half its size
Ooh.
from when it started. And
Is
she's
it-
very British, and it can't have garlic at all. So my dad grew up with no tasting foods. When he went
Does it-
away and like was working as a chef and stuff or cook, he learned flavor, and so I got to grow up with that part because he dealt with the terrible no cooking
my parents weren't
flavor.
Salt, but my grandmother did have you cook with salt, so I always loved her gravy and hated my dad's gravy. But my grandmother also would have like a fully salted meal and then add salt to her plate, so she had too much. But my mom has like some sort of genetic thing where if she eats garlic, she'll taste it for days afterwards, so she despises it.
She just
Gross.
needs
So-
to like lick a spoon.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, stainless
alkaline, like,
steel
resets
breaks the
it or
ionic
something?
bonds of garlic.
I think it's also that she
I'm learning a lot.
can like
Yeah.
burp it for days afterwards too.
Well,
Like
she
it's,
just needs to
there's a
swallow
genetic
stainless
component
steel.
here,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's
stainless
see,
steel.
that's what happens because
which I'm lucky I didn't get.
They've
My
got
dad's
those
also just bad at cooking
deodorizing stainless steel soaps, and what it does is it breaks the bonds of the chemical residues. Yeah, metal
Cool.
metal does stuff. Cal, you know about copper, right?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of copper, yes.
You know
It's a wonderful
why
thing.
it's microbial, right? Like it copper slowly dissolves cell membranes. It's just that
Yeah, I know it's toxic. Yeah.
to everything, really, but we just have a lot more membranes than bacteria.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like pineapple. Pineapple, when you eat pineapple,
pineapple.
technically it digests you.
Yes.
Yes.
I loved learning
Which
that.
explains why it tastes so good.
Yeah.
I love
the-
pineapple, and I love tzatziki that is so garlicky that it hurts me. It's so good.
Yes.
Oh,
Which
There was a
the
one
copper
time
thing's
my
actually
mom was
good.
made.
pineapple digests you?
Pineapple,
Yeah, it's acidic.
It's acidic. It,
why your
it has
tongue
an,
slowly
it also has
gets
an
sore.
enzyme that tries to break you
Mhm.
down, but just that we regenerate faster than pineapple can hurt us.
Oh, wait, that makes me think, would Wolverine enjoy like types of acid that would
There's a chance.
like just like flesh melting acid for anyone else is like eating sriracha for him. Ooh, sweet and spicy.
I mean, so we didn't buy that. Damn it. So I can't announce that. There, we have a special game that I'm considering. What?
I want
What?
to show the chat what I bought
Okay.
at Fan Expo.
I bought the most American drag. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's Charlie.
I got
it
a
so
photo
Praise the sun.
with Sean Astin, and Vancouver Conventions
I saw that.
featured me on their thing today, and I'm the first post, so I'm like super featured on that.
Are you? Link it.
Lucky.
Link it. Though I posted both my wine account and my second gen gamer, and they saw my second gen wine one, and I'm like, it's fine, it's not my gamer account, but it's still that.
Thank you, Haggis Buns, for explaining that haggis contains bromelin, which is an enzyme that breaks down protein. Has to be fresh pineapple, though. Bromelin.
Pineapple, not haggis, that contains that though.
Oh, did I say haggis that contains it?
Yeah, he said haggis. It was kind of funny.
Sure, haggis has it in it. It's bromelin. It's what makes the haggis delicious.
Haggis as layers.
Haggis has.
So
It's
many
made of
layers.
bulgur.
It's like an onion.
Oh man. So what do we got
Gotta
coming
peel back
up?
those layers.
What do we got coming up? We've got. Let's see. Shards is coming back. Mage
So
has
excited.
probably 2 more episodes before it's on a season break, which will be good because I could use a couple weeks off from that again. There's gonna be a lot going on. Let's see. Thank you, person in the chat. I believe in me too. Sort of. Depends on the day.
All right. So I think can confirm I probably have con plague.
Yeah.
Yep.
Test is
Con
negative.
plague.
I was stalling.
Yep.
Nice. Good. Good that you didn't get a rescindance
I don't
of
have COVID again, but I definitely have some nose stuff going on. So I think I got con plague
Oh,
because
thank you
I
for
have
getting
one
good.
hell of like an ice pick feeling coming in through my face.
I'm not enjoying.
Well, the rest of this game's gonna be we don't have terribly much left in this game for the day because I don't want to go too far without Chris. There are some like side missions. So I'm gonna be honest with you. So there are some side missions that they have at the end of this chapter, but they kind of feel a little like filler. So I'm not gonna not do them, but I think I'll do them with Chris.
Well, because even if we started them next week and if Chris wasn't ready to join us, then even if we're partway
Still
through
with
them,
it.
he could just ride up. Hey, I got sent to join you,
Yeah, I got some ideas.
sort
Don't
of
worry.
thing, right? So it's not like we're off in another whole another country
Or he
Or on
shows
another
up
realm.
in a glider, in the gnome glider.
Gnome
They have-
glider.
They just
From
have
the
another gnome
heavens.
flinger. And they just fling
Yeah,
over
he
the
just
forest.
gets flung. No.
It's a bigger one.
Oh, right. But yeah, because the gnome inventor was reinstated in the military, maybe.
Maybe. Let's find
Maybe.
out what's
We're trying to
happening to them.
convince her. That was the whole thing. We need to talk to her. Try and
Oh,
get her
right.
to help us.
Before
Rereading
what was
my
it?
notes on the break.
I was gonna ask. I don't know how much, how anime nerdish, my Dork Tales team is. But does my makeup give you any anime villain vibes?
I mean, you
I
look
mean,
a
the
little like
spiky
Zoisite, yeah.
eyebrows, definitely.
Mhm.
You definitely have some Sailor Moon villain eyes.
Ooh, the Sailor Moon villains are all hot, and it's weird.
They are. They're all hot. And they're super queer. So like you can play every side of the fence if you're a Sailor Moon villain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
I've
a
been
JoJo
watching a lot
reference? Were you doing a Dio eyes?
No, you'll know when I do a JoJo reference.
There was a Polnareff at the con last weekend, and I was very happy to meet them, and they just seemed kind of confused when I recognized them.
Yeah, and Kelly like pulled me aside. He's like, "Look at the Polnareff."
Did you get a picture with Polnareff?
No, they seemed a little standoffish, and like, you know, you don't want to push a cosplayer.
Yeah.
Cosplay is not
It's
consent.
weird. Usually they just.
You expected like I was expecting like I did okay. Sorry, I got to complain about something real quick, and that's I had two times where I had two times where I complimented a costume and they were like, "Oh, thank you," and then I had two times where I was like, "Oh, the Polnareff's really good," and they were like, "Thanks," and then there was this one guy who they're invisible. Why do you have my
invisible?
duck?
I don't know, cause you gave it to me to like.
I didn't give it to you. You took it off the table. Anyway, go to the turquoise boat if you're in
gave it to me
Vancouver.
in
It's
the
really nice.
back.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, go
Thank you for the
turquoise
birthday
goat.
wishes. So here's my other complaint. I was walking by a guy who was cosplaying Weird Al Yankovic. And I was like, that is an amazing costume. Like I was just genuinely very enthused. And this guy gave me like the worst stink eye of like, didn't even say anything.
Joke's on you. He wasn't dressed up.
That wasn't Weird Al. I know what Weird Al looks like. This was like, I think he was just a kid who was like too shy and didn't want to get called out. Or maybe he was just a kid with a really weird look. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a cosplay. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't a cosplay.
He just happened to look like Weird Al.
Weird Al.
Oh,
As someone with
God.
similar hair,
Maybe that's what happened.
I'm pretty sure he had a drawn-on mustache though
I mean,
to match it.
See, I was wondering
But
if
yeah.
maybe just he didn't hear you properly, and so he thought maybe you're being like, "Huh, nice costume," kind of thing. I don't know. It was kind of
Yeah.
I
loud
mean,
in
when I'm
there.
enthusiastic, I don't sound like usually.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yes, but it's also really loud in there. So
I'm really
it could
loud.
have.
I mean, I wasn't that loud. What else happened at the con? I saw Peter Weller. Peter Weller was there. Carl Weathers was there. I didn't see Carl Weathers in person.
We got to
What?
meet Random Equinox and Policino in person.
We did.
That's
We
true.
did. Policino's
Got to hang
actually a
out with
person.
some cool people.
Fairly
What?
British.
And Jen, actually, I saw Athelina and said hi.
Cool. Yeah. We had a bunch of SCA people who were there.
Yeah.
I only day tripped to the event that was over in Pitt Meadows. So
Yes, I saw
they had,
this
like, a
and I
little
was like,
photo booth
"Hey, is that
thing.
the thing that Jen does?" And Cal was like, "Yep, that's the thing that Jen does."
And then Christine was
Yeah,
like,
they
"Is
had a
that
little, like, photo
Athelina?"
booth
And I'm like,
thing
"Oh, I
and-
can't see." Oh, yep, that's her
cute.
elbow. I can recognize her elbow. I don't know
See,
why.
I saw the chin and the braids, and I was like, Athelina.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're speaking of.
Oh, also, I'm just gonna quickly go grab a photo of one of the arts that I got because it's totally me or a character, and I don't know. It's
Okay,
probably
let's do that.
me.
Then let's hop back into game.
Oh yeah. I also got this art,
What
which is
am I
very
looking at?
Evelyn.
Yeah, it really is.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
believe it says at the bottom, their understanding of one another was uncanny, almost telepathic. And the title of it is Moth and a Lady. So there's a moth up there. And
love
he's a
that.
light bulb head.
I like it.
It's very cute.
That's cool.
I need
So
to
this
get
is a
frames for it.
fantastic artist that Robin's holding up that we met and chatted with for a decent amount of time. They said that they were going to maybe check out the channel, so hopefully you're.
Oh yeah, she
watching and
seems
seeing-
really
I
super
like
cool.
that style.
Yeah, that's great art.
Right?
I love it.
So
What's,
it's a tiefling girl in
is
front
that-
of her like magical circle, and so then I got this to complement it, and then I got
Oh, I
another
love
one.
that.
So
The
those I'm
dark
gonna do-
realism
it's,
combined with the cartoonic
it's so good.
proportions are good.
I,
a
love
good
I
it.
style.
And it
absolutely need to know who that artist is because I need to get some stuff.
It's sabtastic.
She is not setting her Etsy store back up for a bit because she is busy doing cons, but she said she would do it, which
Mhm.
Jen, I did get you a thing from them.
I helped
So-
pick it out.
I just need to see you in person.
So yeah,
It's just a
get
little
over
thing,
here.
but I have you a thing. So
Yeah.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
You know me
I
so
think
well.
you'll like it. It's got knives.
Well, I mean, you're.
Oh, yay.
It does knives.
Well, a knife, but still.
A knife, just one. One's all you need.
Yeah.
All right, last things before we back in. Oh God, I slept all day yesterday and I'm still tired. Everybody go and watch The Last of Us because it's really good. Wash
Oh
your
God,
hands.
feel you on the tired thing.
Yeah,
I'm a noob. What is that on?
it's on HBO or Crave.
Yeah.
Crave.
Yeah, just borrow Cat's Crave account like I do. Thanks, Cat.
I'm mooching
Fair
off so many people's.
You're not going to be mooching off
subs.
Netflix for long. By the way, if you're looking to get rid of Netflix, reminder that we run as much good content as Netflix has. Until Stranger Things season 5, what are you waiting
Possibly more.
Yeah.
for? Yeah. Like, I mean, you is broken up into 2 seasons, so once you've binged you season 4 part 1. I hate it when they do that, by the way. Oh, also,
So annoying.
I'm
Attack on Titan.
I'm having the roughest time right now because I saw Ant-Man so Robin and I saw Ant-Man, and everyone I know is posting how much they loved it, and we're like, we really didn't like it.
Isn't it
Like-
weird when you don't like something that everyone else loves and you're
Yeah.
just like,
I don't want to spoil
We
anything
watched
about
it.
it, but I was just like, it was just it felt so bloated. And I was kind of bummed by it, right? I was like, Jonathan Majors was great.
Mhm.
So, he's great. He is just wonderful. And that's all I can say without spoiling anything, I guess. The post-credits aren't very good. That's not really much of a spoiler, right? I mean, I would just say, wait for it on Disney Plus, personally, but everybody seems to really like it. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna wait for it on Disney Plus.
Wait for it on Disney Plus. Don't we were gonna go with you, but you were sick, right?
I had not yet recovered from COVID.
And which we found out that you can actually refund a ticket.
Yeah,
which
they say
is
that you can't
wild.
refund the online ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the-
No. That's kind of the general consensus. So apparently Kelly and I are critics now.
I am a critic. All right, let's get critical.
you have to not like something for the first time in order to become a true critic.
Yeah. Alternatively, just be John Lovitz.
It stinks.
I
It
was gonna
stinks.
make the
It
critic
stinks.
joke,
Buy
but I
my
couldn't
book.
find one. That's a great.
I miss
Right,
the critic.
Breck?
I was too young when it came out.
The Puss in Boots movie was so good.
Yeah,
The one
okay,
that
you know
just
what?
came
if you
out,
want to
like,
watch a good movie, go
holy
watch
crap.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and prepare to cry. because
Like,
it
that is
comes-
legitimately a great animated movie.
No. Did we own it now? Did we buy it to own? We did.
I think we paid the extra money for it. Yeah,
Because it was
only
like
a
$5
buck or
more
two
bucks just to own it forever. So I think we
Yeah.
own it through like Amazon? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was legitimately really good. Like, right up there with the good Pixar, good Disney ones.
Also, I might have to play a Let's Play on the channel soon because I accidentally bought a game for my birthday that I forgot I bought.
What? What is it?
It's the new Yakuza game that's set during the before the Meiji Restoration, where you're like samurai. You're Shinsengumi, basically, as far as I can tell. I forgot that I bought
looks so
that, or I
good.
pre-ordered it, and it showed up on my doorstep on like Tuesday when we got back from the con. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm a samurai now. And then Christine, for my birthday, picked me up Dead Space, and it's too spooky. Don't know if I can
feel
do
like
it.
you might need to just like
Is it the
do
remake?
a late night stream of it,
Remake, yeah.
just so that people can hang out and like watch while you scream at it.
Loved the first Dead Space game.
It's good. Do you have a PS5?
Yeah.
I mean, I could loan it to you if you want to play it in a bit.
Oh, you have a physical copy?
Yeah, I bought a physical copy. Do you have Elden Ring as a physical copy?
Yeah.
We could trade for a little bit. 'Cause I
There
don't
we
want to
go.
buy Elden Ring.
That's the one good thing about like continuing to have physical copies of things. It's like, hey, do you want to play this? Like, do you want this for 6 months?
That's the
No.
whole point. I still have a bunch
Yeah.
of Michael's games, actually. He loaned me a bunch of PS4 games when I had a little bit of time off last year. I haven't gotten around to beating them yet, but he's like, just get it back to me whenever. In
I
Michael's
think I
voice.
still have one of your PS4 games, Kelly.
Which one? This is why
what's it
physical
called?
media is slightly better. Just saying.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
trade it.
He's
Like
got,
I have
5 of my
Uncharted.
books.
The Uncharted stuff. I don't know.
Oh,
if-
yeah.
yeah.
Uncharted 4?
I can't see from here if I gave it back to you already or not, but
I can't
I
remember.
guess I'll have
Robin,
it.
you have some of my Uncharted games as well. You need to play them.
I have some of them, but I also have some from the the guy that I got the PS4 from. So I don't know which ones are yours and which ones are his. So you have to tell me which one are yours.
I don't know. I believe it is Ishin Like a Dragon, though. Yeah.
Speaking of dragon,
Speaking of dragon, time to go back to Dungeons and Dragons, Satan's game. Oh, okay.
But also, yes.
Yeah, that
But
reminds
also,
me. I have
yes,
to
let's
check
sit
in
back.
with Amy about if she's ever going to read those books I loaned her like 3 years ago.
No. But you
And if
loaned
not,
Amy
that I need to get them back on my shelf before I forget that I owned them.
Nice. Well, with that, I think it is time to yawn one more time.
well, why would you do that?
Yeah, well,
It's contagious.
it's contagious. Just like our love for you folks. Reminder that you can still head to Patreon right now and ensure that Becklin lives. I'm not going to remind you how many. It's got to be. It's got to be at
we'd
least.
made it already.
We did, but it's got to remain that till the beginning of March. So nobody
Shit,
cancel.
guys. Come on. I got all
and then-
excited that Becklin would live.
Becklin might live. I got to keep it ambiguous for suspense purposes, but I'll talk more about this stuff later. All right, so folks,
and to get patrons.
and to get patrons, get us to 150, get us to 200, and get an Avatar game. We're at 142 as of 10 minutes ago. So someone signed up. I can't say who. All right, so folks, it is time to head back into Dragonlance. Ready? A 3. Oh God, I've got to yawn again. Why am I so tired? I'm not gonna do it.
Do that thing where you like try to hide the yawn, but you just like yawn through your nose and you end up making the weirdest face.
Like I just
Yeah. I am super. I was hauling kegs around today and like destroying my shins and knees. It's great. It's a great time. So I am less sleeps, man. I am less sleeps.
I
Alright.
came in this morning to 200 unread emails from 1 week off of work.
That is too many.
It was
Oh, no,
disgusting.
thank you.
All right. Without further ado, let's head back into Dragonlance because we had a lot of ado, and we don't do ado. Anyway, I don't know. I tried. All right. 3, 2, Welcome back to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. The sound of the clockwork contractions spill out from inside of Titina Rookeldust's house. As you enjoy the creamy confection that she provides to you, she finishes cleaning up the absolute mess that is her front yard. And as she does so, she invites you inside of her house.
So, what brought you here? What do you need? What do you need? What can I do for you?
You are a woman of many innovations, it seems.
That's true. That's true. That's why I live this far away from everybody else. I don't want to disturb them with my genius inventions. Oh, but seriously, they do get quite noisy sometimes, especially the chickens. The chickens are very, very noisy.
You
I hate them that way.
seem to be recreating some sort of farm. Did you grow up on a farm?
Well, I think that
the problem with farm animals is that they're very, very vulnerable to disease, to predation, to injury. So if we can turn farm animals into mechanized farm animals, they're more resistant and can do the job of multiple farm animals. In fact, how many flavors of milk do you think a normal cow gives?
One.
Really? She starts flipping through her notebook. That's not what I have.
How many cows give milk, do you think?
I don't know. I've never actually
Seen a real cow up close, but I'm sure that it's at least more than one. But brown cows give chocolate milk, right?
I wish.
Well, I'm sure it doesn't really matter in the end. So yes, you mentioned my weed clearer.
Yes.
Yes.
We've heard you're quite the tinker, and would be interested in talking to you about your creations and if you'd be interested in assisting Calaman at all with defenses.
Question. Did you make those contraptions to purposefully fight things, or is that just
no? My creations are specifically not for any type of, well, they're not for warfare. That's not the point. Look, many of my contraptions are a little overzealous, but they're not designed for warfare. The thing that look, a couple of weeks ago, this stranger in red and black armor asked to purchase my weed clearing device. They paid a bit extra to make it a little stylized. I thought they were just trying to make it, give it a little bit of extra flair to kind of make it look like a mythological dragon. So of course I thought, hey, what's wrong with a little bit of bling? So of course I outfitted them the way that.
Did this weed clearer shoot fire?
How else do you expect to get rid of weeds?
Well, I see.
So
I heard-
you're the inventor of the weed clear that the Red Army has
Yes.
mass produced.
Those things hurt.
A lot.
I know. And that's why when the stranger came back and hired me to design another device that was supposed to be picked up today, I refused. And I also didn't finish it. I was working on another invention at the time and I kind of lost track of it. But when the goblin showed up and demanded to hand over the weapons, well, I kind of realized what they were being used for. I refused. And... well, then they attacked, and you showed up and helped. Which, I mean, I probably had everything under control, but... thank you.
No problem.
It didn't look like they were going to get in, but I'm glad we could help.
Well, who knows how many of them are. There were at least 10, 11 with the big one.
No.
Well,
Do you think that they'll counterattack? They'll come to raise your cottage, your workshop.
I doubt it. Goblins are usually pretty stupid. Plus, you killed all but one of them.
That's the issue. One of them might go back to the Red Army.
Yeah, you might not be safe here anymore.
I'm sure the
But
city
you
would
could-
take you in if you would like.
Yeah, Kalin would be able to. And if you could help them shore up their defenses, you could take down this army, maybe.
Well, tell you what, I'm happy to go to Calaman with you and discuss this further. At the very least, if my inventions are being used for ill, there's a good chance that they might have made recreations. Although, I do have a couple of fail-safes usually built in that their engineers would probably have to think their way around. Hopefully they got a little bit blowed up in the process. But regardless, I would be happy to go with you. But, in the meanwhile, I'll go with you to Calaman, but first, I would like you to help test out a new experiment of mine. Brand new invention. You're gonna love it.
What sort
Is
of
it the kind
invention?
that bites? Like that weird
Or
set of teeth
throws
outside?
you?
I was gonna say, is there anything like a flinger? I'd love to fly on
No
it
flinger.
again.
No. I mean, I guess it does throw something, really. I'm more interested in farm animals and communication devices, which is why I have... oh, where is it? Hold on. And she's going to duck into a cabinet and start rustling around. You're going to hear clang, 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 clang. Ribbit. When did a frog get in here? Anyway, ribbit. A little frog is going to hop along. A metallic frog is going to go ribbit behind it. That's better.
A friend for your frog.
All right, let's see. And here we go. Boom. And she's going to slam something down on the desk, or at the table that she has you sitting at. Now, here you are going to see that it is a device that's about the size of like a large backpack. In fact, it has straps on the front of it and a belt around it, almost like hiking backpack, with a large, almost like a respirator tube on the back of it, with a pair of brass horns sticking off of it, a glowing crystal with a pair of swirling diodes, and all of this brass filigree along the way, as well as a small tube that runs out of it and into this, well, what almost looks like the hilt of a sword, but with kind of like a circular basket.
What?
What?
This is a device I call a Fargab. It's really, really good. So when you use it, you can use, well, here, just here, take this. She kind of pushes it toward you. Oh, hold on, you're gonna really like this. And she grabs the other one, throws it on herself. Makes a strength check.
Require help?
Starts to tip backwards.
I'll catch her.
Oh, well, thank you, Sir Elf. Hey, come with me. Come with me. Help me carry this outside.
Oh, okay.
She shuffles
I
outside.
guess we're going outside.
Okay, here, I'll let you do it. Hold this.
What am I? Oh, okay.
She hands you the little handle. Click that button, so depress the lever, and then speak.
Okay. Hello, my name is Aurontiros.
The device on the desk begins going, hello, my name is Aurontiros, out of the horn.
What?
You'll hear your voice echoing from inside of the building.
Are there any buttons on it?
There
What
are
magic is that?
there are tons of buttons and dials on it, but you'll see that the handle has a little mouthpiece or a little lever on it.
Hi, Aurontiros.
Hi, Aurontiros.
How are you capturing everyone's voice?
It's not. It's transporting. It's a far gab. It allows you to gab, but far.
Oh.
It allows you to send a short message of about 25 words to someone else wearing the other matching far gab. I've been trying to maximize its range right now. Right now, I'm sitting at about 17.829 miles.
What? How?
Is that farther than I can send a message?
I think it might be, actually. What's
I think
the
it is.
range on... Actually, I don't think it is. I think message goes much further than that.
No, message is 120 feet.
Is it only 120 feet?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Sending
So, yeah,
is
it's-
like across planes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you're thinking of sanding.
I'm thinking of sending. So yes, it is further than you can send it.
But do you have to wear those
Hear that, Hazel?
backpacks?
You'll be put out of a job soon.
Well, it transmits back
That's
and forth.
empty.
It transmits back and forth between the units. As you can see here.
Do you have a mini version?
Why would you want a mini version?
Because I'm a weekender.
But you're taller than she is.
Build up your quads.
Yes, I do need to work on that. I know.
We also have a horse. Or
It's
three.
true, you could strap on the back of the horse.
So what kind of magic is this?
It's not magic, it's technology.
What kind of magic is
It
technology?
works like magic. Yeah.
Superior, because you don't need to be a magic user to use it.
Like elf magic.
But better, because I made it.
Oh, I wouldn't say better exactly.
Well, I mean, elf magic is worse, I'd say that. I think I killed your friend.
He kind of does that.
He's fine.
He's a bit of a drama bard.
What a fragile troubadour.
It's true. That's why I usually create copies of myself and charge forth into a horde of goblins.
It was very dramatic. I like how you got them all to harmonize as well. That was quite a nice touch.
I've been working on that. Thank you. Did you notice that the horse even harmonized?
Oh, totally. The neighs were all like, neigh, 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 neigh. Yeah.
I have to work. Hazel, do you have any tips on illusions so I could give sparkle sparks? Like a little wicker hat the next time I do that?
Why don't you just give him a wicker hat?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have one.
I could make you a wicker
Can I
hat.
cast minor illusion to make a wicker hat?
Yes, you may.
Cool.
So the horse
Wish I had
outside
a
is
wicker
you're
hat.
gonna look outside, cast it. The horse is gonna have a wicker hat on.
Because we
Pretty
didn't have to go
dashing.
find a wicker hat to do that.
There you go.
So, that's very cool. Do you have anything else that you're making? There's a lot of stuff going on in here. What other magical or not magical technology you said you have?
I mean, I've got the chickens, I've got the goop dart, I've got the ball of ropes.
The goop dart?
The goop dart.
Yeah, that's what hit me in the face.
Oh, sorry about
is
that.
The green stuff.
Was that pistachios?
I figured someone might have a nut allergy, and so I weaponized it against the goblins, hoping that they were allergic. None of them really were.
How
though.
many more of those do you have?
Weaponized? Probably 3.
Could I have one?
I don't see why not. Pistachio. I've got pistachio and I've got an orgeat.
An orgy?
No, an orgeat. An almond one.
Oh. No, I'll go with pistachio. I like the green. They might get scared that it's acid as well and be quite, like... It might put them off a bit and more distracting.
That was my problem. I used green on a goblin. Goblins are kind of greenish, and it makes sense. I should have remembered my color theory.
What
You can't
color
use
should you
green
use
on
against
green.
goblins?
Red. It's the opposite color of green. I saw your dwarf use fire. That was pretty effective.
Yeah.
Fire tends to be quite effective.
But if you cast fire on something that red, it might not work. That's basic color theory.
Riz looks at Hazeal.
Hazeal looks like she's about to argue, and then looks at herself. Goes like, "I'm red. I cast fire away from me." She's so confused.
I mean, I could be wrong. That's just a theory. A color theory. Anyway, thanks for saving me. I regret nothing.
Is there any of these contraptions that you would like to take with you
Well, the far gap.
other than the far gab?
No. I think I should be good otherwise. This place locks down pretty well. And I'm not going to be gone forever. Although I should probably clean out Bessie or else that milk is going to curdle.
Doesn't it stay frozen?
Not terribly long, because I need to keep filling her gut with ice.
Where do you get the ice?
From the refrigerator.
The what?
Oh.
The ice chest.
The what?
You have a chest that just has ice in it.
Can you show me?
Do you want me to show you my chest? How rude.
The ice chest.
All right, fine.
What if I say please?
Oh, well, well, of course then. It's a bit cold in here, though. Please. So she'll take you down into basically like a little like cellar. She has like a little tiny wine cellar down a little ladder. Next to it is a room that's just full of ice. It's about the size of like a sauna. In fact, there's a little chair in it.
What? How? Why does this exist?
To store things. I mean, this is where see that hunk of meat over there?
My name is Aurontiros.
Well, I wasn't talking about the beefsteak. Or the beef cake. I was talking about the beef steak.
But how does this all stay so cold?
Technology.
Oh, I'll take your word for it. Gnome magic it is.
Sure. It's probably for the best. I would hate to have to explain it to you. Plus, you take all of my technology back to Qualinesti, and then all of the elves would industrialize, and it would be a whole thing. Do you know how bad it would be if elves became middle managers at some type of plant or some type of, global capitalist enterprise? There'd be no mobility. You guys live forever.
That's pretty terrible.
I do think that it would be very difficult to get any of the Qualinesti elves to adopt this technology.
Thank the gods.
Good. Anyway, I'm happy to go with you to Kalaman. Ready to go whenever you are.
Okay.
All right.
Aurontiros is just touching random things and seeing their breath for the first. Assuming that
Your
Qualinesti's
soul tries
kind of
to
like
escape
the
your body,
tropics.
Aurontiros.
I knew it.
It's necromancy.
She's actually some sort of lich trying to steal our souls.
Lich ice cream. That would taste good. That's how it's pronounced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Litchi? Litchi
Oh
ice.
yeah, it's a nice fruit you can usually find down in the more tropical areas. Lychee
Have you
fruit
ever
are the
had it?
best. I have actually. I actually found it with Ispin as well. We went down there, had a lychee drink. It was very good blended. It was kind of at a weird-ish texture, but it's very unique. Fresh.
How does that have to do with the undead?
I don't know. They just called it lychee.
Hmm. Well, I could walk around and ask 1,000 questions, but well, I have nothing but time, and some of you don't. So,
Yeah, we kind of have an impending war coming towards us. I think that's a bit of a deadline.
All right.
I think all of us are a little more short on time than we're used to.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope I can help some way.
I'm sure you can. Well, let's get you back to Kalin.
All right. Gathering up your belongings, you can venture forth easily. She locks up her house, pulling a series of levers that let off no end of steam. Before long, you are going to be able to mount your horses and begin to head off. It does not take long before you make your way back to Kalin. It's an uneventful trip. Of course, as you're heading back, you do get a bit buffeted by rain, which is just the nature of traveling through Nightland. You make your way across and into the city, being welcomed back in by the guards who see you in, and before long, you will make your way into the council room, where the city's leaders will happily greet Rookledust. The commander will take you aside, and as you are... Pardon me one moment. So Marshal Vendry takes you aside as Rookledust is greeting the rest of the city council. Hey, you did really well here. I appreciate you going above and beyond. Give me a stat rep. I want to know what a stat rep. I want to know what happened out there. Sit rep. Stat rep. What am I doing?
Does this have to do with that exercise thing the others were telling me? Reps?
No, not rep.
No, that's a
situation report.
Sit up. That's a sit up. You're thinking.
Why do you want us to do sit-ups?
Can you give me a situation? Can you give me a status report?
Oh.
Tell me what happened out there.
Fought some goblins. One got away.
Had a hobgoblin leading them?
He wasn't the one that got away, though.
They were wearing black armor as well, or
So they're-
clothing.
With
The
the
Red Dragon
symbol.
army is hiring goblins now.
Looks like it. They were sent to retrieve weapons from Ruckle Rookledust. And when she wasn't going to get to them, they attacked her. So we got there in good time to help out, though it didn't seem like she needed much. Her house is quite well defended.
Mm-hmm. Well, this isn't good news, but it's not. It could have gone worse. Take the rest of the day off. I'm going to look and see what types of missions I can have you do in the next few days, but until then, enjoy your time in Calaman. Get some rest in up on the 4th. Thank you. Calaman thanks you. And let me know if there's anything else that we can do for your people outside the walls.
Have you heard anything about like real dragons at all on this area? I met while we were going there. We met a Kinder who was
Nobody's seen a
looking
real
for...
dragon in a long time. Why? You said you've seen evidence of one?
No, I was just wondering if you have. There was a Kinder. Last name was Tratspringer, who was out looking for dragons.
Can't say I do. But if an actual real dragon comes around, I'll be sure to let you know.
Oh, we should probably also let you know that there were human bandits, well, bandits in general, who were going to join up.
Probably with promises of good pay, steady pay, spoils, and plunder.
Yeah,
Wouldn't surprise
we did
me.
suggest maybe coming here and helping you all instead.
Had a dwarf with them and a half-elf.
Mm-hmm.
Motley crew. Strange adventuring party. Well, hopefully they chose the right, I don't know, call? Was there anything useful at Rookledust's place that you could see that could be used to stave off a siege?
A lot of small things.
A lot of gnome trinkets that went kaboom, that bit ankles, that caused confusion and strife. The potential of those creations is great, but that falls on them now.
I mean,
There's the Far Gab, which we've taken with us.
The what?
yes.
Well, we have it just out here. If you'd like to take a look, it's a device that can let 2 or presumably more individuals communicate over a great distance, many miles even. Oh, sorry, that's a Qualinesti term, many kilometers.
It sounds useful. Hopefully it won't explode.
A cow that made iced cream.
And you ate it?
Yeah.
Was quite good.
Make sure your stomach doesn't explode.
I had plenty of
green
alcohol with
wine?
mine, so.
Alcohol's
My
flammable.
stomach going to.
Go get some rest. I'm gonna go check and make sure the gnome isn't doing anything.
Gnomish?
She nods and heads back into the council chamber.
Anyway, so that's what I do when I wired the controbulator to the rambulation matrix. Then that
Leaving you in the hallway, you are free to go about Kalin Castle. What do you do?
What? Well, now what? I don't know if there was anything I was supposed to be doing.
Tend to the wounded.
Does anybody want something to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we've been just riding all day. Could go for go for a bite.
Yeah, I could eat. I mean,
Well, do you want to go somewhere, or I could cook for you?
that works.
To the market!
Well,
Your fish pies are fantastic.
Yeah,
I've
if you
been
can make
craving
some
one.
pies, that would be so good.
I'm not sure how fresh their fish is here, but because I don't know what the time the catch is. But I'm sure we can find something in the market.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be fish pies, but they just are really good.
Yeah.
Well, I never tried one of them.
Oh, you're missing out, Aurontiros. It's like
I have strict diet.
happiness.
It's happiness.
Kelara is going to drag them through the market then, if this is what we're doing,
Sounds good.
and rapidly bargain for things.
Sounds
And
good.
I think get all the ingredients to make probably chicken pie, because I think that cooks quicker than, say, like,
Oh, like a fish pie.
beef.
Yeah.
and cinnamon buns.
All right, sounds good. You'll spend the day cooking, hanging out in your hall. It's a nice, relaxing time. Each one of you is going to go ahead and you're going to take a long rest, so refill your hit points completely. You are going to be able to make these pies, which if you are doing the ones that do healing or temp hit points? What do yours do again? With the chef feat?
As part of a short rest, you can cook special food, providing you have ingredients, blah, blah, blah. At the end of a short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends one or more hit dice to regain hit points regains an extra 1d8.
Okay.
And I will probably spend some time to make my special ones as well, which last for 8 hours after being made. You can use a bonus action to eat one, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So not much,
Excellent.
but just a little tiny boost.
That sounds
Just
good.
keep
So yeah, you
going.
can go ahead and do that. The whole thing's going to cost you 1 steel coin for all of the ingredients.
Okay.
So and that's for enough for all 5 of you. All 4 of you, I suppose, because Godfrey's not presently with you. But all 4 of you, and to
And
have a
probably
little bit
enough
of spare.
Leftovers for my brothers or something.
Riz is
as-
going to be that like annoying help in the kitchen where she's just like bouncing from place to place. You tell her to do a task and she does like
Kelara?
halfway through and then gets distracted.
Will prove to be very good at corralling you, because she has a younger brother that she's already had to do this for years,
Fair.
and an older brother who was probably a pain in the ass when he was younger.
He's still a pain in the ass now. So as you spend
It's a
time
slightly
around,
more mature pain in the ass, so.
as you spend time around the city, you're going to go and see the refugee camp outside of the wall. Spend some time with them. Your brothers are doing quite well. In fact, your older brother Kern is doing. He's almost completely recovered any wounds that he took during the escape, and has gone about rethatching and reworking some of these old, kind of like the merchant camp that's outside the city that's been given to your refugees. He's spending a lot of time doing re-roofing and just kind of making them a little more habitable. You know, the skills that your father taught him when you were quite young. Your younger brother's mostly going around pulling pranks and things like that, but now that you're gone, you would think that he has it easy, except there's a new person barking orders at him that he seems to actually listen to. And that is the currently healing Sir Levna, who is doing her best, still a bit tender as she's walking around, but healed almost completely by the divine magic that you've channeled into her.
I will pass her a cinnamon bun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for keeping London in order.
He's a good kid. He just needs proper discipline.
Oh, yes. He's just troublesome.
He just needs it beaten out of him.
Well, I mean, not too hard.
What's too hard?
I mean, he's still a kid.
He's like 14. When I was his age, I was almost into my night trials.
I suppose Godfrey was training then, wasn't he?
He was. If you can call
I don't know.
that
I
training.
mean, he's my baby brother.
What kind of training do they make you do during the night?
The darkest training.
Like defense against the dark arts?
No, we don't talk about that. Don't tend to have teachers that last long. Anyway, this is good. Oh.
You're welcome.
The rest of the day is very uneventful. You enjoy relaxing, playing some music, going shopping, practicing some new spells.
I wanted to go back to those dwarves and share a drink of the alcohol I bought.
As you head back, they'll give you a little bit of shit as you make your way back into their shop. Oh, sister, look who it is. It's the dwarf that can't handle a bellow. Oh, be nice, be nice, cousin.
Yeah, be nice. I bring gifts.
Oh, you know, a bellow's not the only thing that someone has to be able to do. There's many things that bring that show the quality of a person. Generosity is one of them.
Storytelling is another. Shall we drink?
Aye. I think we shall. Can you do me a favor? Why would you like you to make me a con save? I want to see who gets tipsy first.
Cool.
Ooh, that's real good. He's pretty tough.
I rolled a nat 20.
And you get a roll with advantage because you're a dwarf. Okay, so she gets pretty silly quick. But Hazeal, you are a mountain dwarf, and these are two hill dwarves. You're going to easily drink them to the table. Not under it, but to it.
Yep.
So with that, you all have a wonderful time. And the next morning, as you're sleeping in, it is just past 8th bell in the morning. Aurontiros just kind of idly laying on his bed, not really strumming his instrument, but just kind of like tuning it probably. The rain buffeting against the walls of the 4th floor halls, off its shingles. You're going to hear at your door, hello, my friends. 'Tis I, Sir Derek. May I enter?
I'm in my pajamas, but you could probably come in if everyone else is decent.
Art thou
Kelara will
decent?
get up and just kind of let him in, like rubbing her eyes.
The door will open, and Derek is standing there, dressed, his hair long and black, kind of bundled up around the nape of his neck, where it can be pulled into a very, very tiny little tail. His plate armor shined immaculately with all the Salamnic knotwork on it. Well met, my friends. I was hoping that you would be awake at this hour. I've been given word by the leaders of Kalin, some missions that you should partake upon.
Oh. More work. Good.
If you would not mind.
No, we have to earn our keep one way or another.
There are 3 missions that have come to our attention. that you could look into. The first, Kelara, did you make fish pies yesterday? It smells really nice in here still.
No, I made chicken. And cinnamon bun.
Oh, chicken
Would you like a
is
cinnamon bun? I think
the
we've
fish
got
of
some
the land.
left.
I would love a cinnamon bun. Yeah, I haven't had a cinnamon bun in one of your buns in quite a while.
I think I made them last month.
Yeah, I would love a cinnamon bun. Thank you.
She'll go find one.
He'll take it. So, we've heard reports of some enemy activity to the east of Kalin, a bit further away than, well, you were about 12 miles to the south previously, so you probably missed some of this. But out to the east, well, we've heard mixed reports. Kind of over by the Estwyle border. We've heard that there is some issues arriving there. It appears that some of our merchants and farmers have not made their recent deliveries into town, which is not good.
No, that would generally not be a good thing if your food and supply chain were not able to get into town.
Exactly. There is quite a supply already built up inside of the city, but these are additional supplies that we tend to purchase, apparently. I'm still learning the logistics here. In order to have a backup stock in case of a siege. You know, gourds and other long-standing apples, things that survive well in casks. Also wheat and cows. Many things. However, I've also heard a rumor, another mission that has been passed on by Javiv. Javiv Veldruz, one of Cudgel's men who came on the boats with us, remember?
Aye.
There were a pair of scouts that were keeping tabs on the Dragon Army's movements north of the Vingard River. About 20 miles east and 6 miles northwest of here, and about 6 miles east of Vogler. They haven't reported in some time. There is concern that they may have been overtaken by the army, or perhaps are in hiding. I'm not certain which one of these missions would be best for you, but let me know. Also, Godfrey sends his best.
Same sort of direction?
I'm sorry?
Are any of them in the same sort of direction? We could always try and do...
Unfortunately, they're in opposite directions.
Didn't you say we had 3 missions for us?
Well, yeah, there's... So... Well... Alongside of the road blockades, there have been rumors of bandits kind of amassing and causing trouble around farmsteads there. I say 3, but I think there's a chance that they could be the same event. They're all within a couple of miles of each other, these reports are.
I guess we could look into any of them, really.
Whichever is the closest, perhaps.
You think there's any that are more important?
we should do first? I suppose time sensitive?
Well, I suppose one would be finding the
Getting the
scouts would mean that we would
supplies?
be. Well, I don't know. The scouts would know exactly the movement of the Red Dragon army if they are coming closer to us, which is very useful. But if these farmers are being overran or injured, then their lives are at immediate stake. I guess it depends where you put your priorities. And, well, Marshal Vendry thinks that you can make the decision. She trusts your instincts. And so do I.
What do you all think?
Ride for whichever is closest.
I mean,
If they're all within a couple miles of each other.
I suppose if the
Well, the
farmers'
scout's
lives might be at
20
stake.
miles to the north. The enemy's. No. Did you say how for the merchants? How far east were they? These reports coming in.
A while. So about 20 miles to the east, and the others are about. Last we heard from the scouts, they were. Oh, it must be. What did I say a minute ago? It was about 20 miles and 20 miles.
Yeah, so I don't think any of them are close to each other. We kind of just have to pick one and start going in that direction.
Yeah.
So, Darrett, do you know
Yes.
if the supplies, though there are not lives immediately at danger?
I mean,
If we are besieged, we would need those supplies for the people within the walls to
yeah,
withstand the siege.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, yes, sir.
Hazeal, do we go to where we might save lives right away, or do we recover the supplies for the lives of many?
It's a hard choice. What is right? What is best?
I heard from I heard from an elf once this great legend of wisdom. He told me, he said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Excellent.
There's some
That was
wisdom
me.
in that.
Truly excellent, Aurontiros.
Wait, you know the great elven philosopher?
Need more?
I'm pretty sure you just said it while we
Nemo.
were walking.
How have all of you heard of this great elven philosopher?
No.
Oh, Hazeal?
Is that something that Ispen used to say?
And I mean, you might have talked about it, and I just tuned you out. I don't remember everything you say.
Ouch. That hurts more than any goblin arrow ever could. I never forget anything.
Tell me about the great elven philosopher.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, I suppose if we're gonna do one, we should start soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything for the rain?
Well, I mean, it'll clear up soon enough, I imagine. Nightland is quite mercurial in its nature.
Wait 5 minutes and the weather changes, eh?
Exactly. I mean, it can't rain all the time.
Unless.
Oh. Speak of it.
I suggest that we investigate the supply line that has been disturbed.
That sounds like
Or
a
if
good
this-
idea.
Agree.
All right.
Sounds excellent. Then, at first dawn, at first light tomorrow, I suppose, horses and head out.
So, Darrett, you are going about your nightly business, or shall you be accompanying us?
Oh yes. How has your training been? Training the others.
It's been good. It's not what I was trained for, but I like to think that I'm rising to the occasion.
Excellent. Do you have to go back to that, or?
I do, actually. But, you'll hear another knock at the door. Excellent. Although I cannot ascend, I do have someone who I think can go in my stead. I think you'll be excited to see him again. Now with that, he is going to rise, walk over to the door to your room, and open it, revealing another long-haired, strong-chinned man standing behind the door. And I think that's where we're going to call game for the night, with Godfrey behind the door, ready to enter again. I think that's the right place, right there. So,
Nice.
Sounds good.
all right, so folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. We're going to be back in 1 week for another episode of Dragonlance. In the meanwhile, if you like what we do here, give us a follow, give us a sub if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment because I love to read them. And if you want to help support the channel, don't forget that you can use your Amazon Prime sub here on Twitch. If you're listening on podcast, because this is going on podcast now, you should definitely give us a 5-star review, leave a comment, and if you are so inclined, please join the Patreon and help support the channel directly. This is a full-time gig, and every dollar that you donate helps the channel grow and maintain itself as we continue to do more stuff than, like, oh god, like most streams on the internet. I was looking at our schedule. It's ridiculous, folks. We're gonna have like 9 concurrent games going next month.
We were
It's-
trying to figure out when to do a session 0, and it's like, oh, away this weekend. Oh, next weekend's Mage. Oh, this
It's ridiculous. But if you want to support the channel, patreon.com is the best place to do it. You can also leave donations in the tip jar below. But if you join Patreon, you get advanced access to a lot of stuff, behind the scenes podcasts, at least 1 to 4 additional bonus games per month, maybe more. And you also join the likes of such luminaries as my world building producer, Soul Omen, my divine producer, my mom, Jan, my demonic producer, Precarious, my wizard of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, and my high council of the Patreon, Taryn the Traveler, Buddy, Trizelta, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Drew Thompson, Sergio, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, and Sorcerer Sanguine. It's wonderful to have you all there. You all are amazing. Thank you for keeping the channel going and for letting us do the things that we do here. Any last things before we call it?
Looks like somebody's asking if there are dice merch.
So we have some branded dice, but nothing. But they're just for the cast right now. If we get enough people, some of our dice friends have said that they would make a game line, so that would be pretty good. We with Dork Tales as the logo, like some of our dice are like, look at these guys. Wait, that's a 4. Hold on, there we go. Dork.
How do I get these?
How do you get these? I can probably get you some. They're just expensive. They're a lot of money. The import actually costs more than the dice most of the time. Anyway, we'll talk
Of
about
course.
that soon. If you do want to get some Dork Tales merch, you can go find us on TeePublic and Redbubble, although the newest stuff is on TeePublic. Check it out, and there's plenty of more designs coming up soon, including a special one for this game that I think you're going to like. But until then, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you big much. And we will see you in the next episode. Good night, everybody.